Show starting momentarily.
Who you trying to impress with all that flex? Thought I told you that an L is just a lesson. Thought I told you that I'm next and I'm the best one. Thought I told you, bro. I thought I told you, bro. Who you trying to impress with all that flex? Thought I told you that an L is just a lesson. Thought I told you that I'm next and I'm the best one. I thought I told you, bro. Super breezy, hold your cap. I ain't capping when I say that I'm the captain of your ship. Look into my eyes, recognize a God in the flesh. I got gems on my mind, I don't need it on my neck. I don't mean no disrespect to the flashy ones, but if you ask me, I buy some property and properly stunning my acres. Have my fam chasing their dreams, ain't worried about paper. Fuck a Grammy, give me that. Fuck a Grammy, give me that. Who you trying to impress with all that flex? Thought I told you that a L is just a lesson. Thought I told you that I'm next and I'm the best one. Thought I told you, bro. I thought I told you, bro. Who you trying to impress with all that flexing? Thought I told you that a L is just a lesson. Thought I told you that I'm next and I'm the best one. I thought I told you, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it.
Trying at least walking on water.
Feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Oh, Mr. Krabs. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
We are back. Hey, chill out. This is my jam.
Thank you.
The lyricism on this hit different, bro.
Oh my god, thank you so much, man.
Everything just kind of came together. The beat too is insane, bro.
Yeah, the beat, the lyrics, the message, the overall message of what I was actually trying to put out. Everything just kind of went together. Even the video, like Pashi directed the video. I love Pashi, man. Shout out to Pashi.
Shout out Pashi.
Yeah, shout out Pashi. Shout out the whole East Side. East Side actually really showed a lot of love when I was just coming up. Peace. Mass Attack George, fucking, you know, obviously managed by Equine, who also managed Nico. Yeah, dude, they was showing a lot of fucking love, man. So I got nothing but respect and admiration towards the whole East Side. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
appreciate you guys for having me too.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I'm sure that they'll be tuning in if you tweeted it out there. But we are live. Thank you very much. What the fuck is going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever clicked the link is in supporting the show right now. I appreciate it very much. I, of course, am your host every single week, Adri. You could follow me. Let me see if I can pop my little name here. Yeah, you could follow me IG at windy.city.connect. That's the main brand there, but obviously we got the podcast going on here. So this is where you can find out all the information about who we're going to have next. So I appreciate it. And of course, every single week, which is not every single week, whenever he decides to come. But this week, I'm joined by my co-host, the man in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Xxbabydeo.
Thank you. Is that what I'm known as now? The man in the corner? I'm just in the corner at all times.
The man in the corner. Well, that's your spot, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll go to the man in the middle, who's always the guest.
Little corner spot.
We got to get it. This is like our thing, you know what I'm saying? I thought you would catch on, but whatever. Go ahead. But take the mic, my guy.
Yeah, no, thank you everyone for tuning in. As always, super excited. Yes, I am here again, Adrian, and I will be here every other week. But no, I'm super excited. We're having Chicago rapper Patrick's son here, and yeah, Let's introduce this man. How you doing, Patrick?
Absolutely,
man, I am fucking fantastic, guys. Thank you for having me.
I'll pan over to you. We'll turn over to the man in the middle, the man of the hour, our special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for the man.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
Patrick,
thank you guys, man.
Hey, I see Master Tech and Sebastian Peace already out. SP out there showing love already. So
SP, what up, boy?
They're out here. They're out here showing love. So
I appreciate you guys.
Go ahead, take the mic.
I guess, man, it's Patrick's son. Appreciate you guys for who's watching, who's will be watching. Like I said, my name is Patrick's son. Up and coming artist from Chicago, Southside. Still got I got a lot of music coming out. I just dropped my EP Godly early October. Dropped my first EP, first ever project that I ever done. I dropped that early in May. I think it was May or April.
Of this year?
Oh, this year, yeah. I dropped a lot. I've just started like. So the story, man. Let me just get into the story. Let's just introduce.
Go ahead, because it's pretty recent, right? If you said this year, then everything's pretty much happened pretty fast.
Yeah. So I'll take you back to the origins of where everything happened. So I was in a relationship for a while, and I was doing comedy.
Okay, for sure.
Started off doing comedy. I did some internship with the comedy bar downtown, and I was really good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of people tell me like, dude, you're really funny. You should continue to do comedy and stuff like that. And what came with it, I got into our relationship it ended. If I would take accountability, I was definitely not the best of a partner in a relationship. Ended up having to end that, and that came with a lot of mental issues that I had to fix. I had a lot of growing up to do.
Absolutely.
But I was just coming out of the Army too, the National Guard.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I knew comedy was something I was really passionate about, even as a kid. And I was like, okay, I could do this, but at the time I really wasn't mentally, like, it was things I was thinking about that wasn't funny anymore, and I kind of lost the groove a little bit.
Kind of like writer's block, you would say?
Yeah, but so writer's block in terms of writing jokes, because I was still trying to be funny, but it was like I had some other ideas that wasn't as funny, that I don't think I would be able to be as vulnerable on stage, especially when you're just coming up, nobody know you. So I ended up having to move, because I was living with my chick at the time. Ended up having to move, and I didn't have any place. And then I met my friend Jab. Shout out to Jab. Jab was like, shout out Jab, man. I love Jab. He's like big homie of mine. And he basically was like, look, man, I got a place for you up north. Hopefully you can come in. Got in. Met my other homie Cal. Now Cal is very important to this story because Cal knew Equine. They used to work together, and Cal was a rapper too. And at the time when I was living with Cal, I just started to get back into writing raps because these ideas that I had that wasn't funny, I was like, let me try this rapping thing again. Because when I first started, big influence of mine was Earl Sweatshirt.
Dope.
Yes, and I used to actually try to rap like him.
Okay,
when you try to rap like somebody, it doesn't feel.
Yeah, bro. Especially with Earl, I feel like that's like he has like his own.
He's very unique.
Yeah, like his own like style.
Yes, he has his own style, which I love. Yeah, and it was something that I liked about it. So I was like, okay, I can't copy and paste what he did because he's Earl. I don't want to be Patrick Earl. You know what I'm saying? Right. So after a while, I was just like, all right, let me take what I was doing in comedy and try to put it into music. Hey, what's up? Got a special guest in the cat. I love cats, by the way.
It's always because of deals. Yeah, that's why.
I swear to God.
But yeah, she's just passing by.
Just passing by.
Yeah, she just passes by.
So yeah, I started doing. I would go to YouTube and I would just like find different instrumentals, I always used to do. I was rapping with Cal, and we was just like, man, dude, you're really dope. And I was rapping, and I was actually believing that I could do it. I had the confidence.
So was this just like right off like the freestyle, like type, like you guys were just chilling, like whatever, doing whatever, and just straight freestyling type?
Yeah, because we were living together, so it was like we ain't had no.
And he was already making music.
He was he wasn't making music, but he was like he was a rapper. He was rapping and shit like that, and he's dope. Like I wish Kyle would fucking get his head together because he's dope as hell. He makes me. I be listening to him rap and I be like, God, like fuck, yo, like I can't believe you came up with that. I be sometimes getting mad, like this nigga.
You guys be ciphering sometimes at the crib when you guys were living with each other. I knew you guys were going back and forth, like, all right, hey, put on a beat right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's rap.
You know what I'm saying? Like some pre-games in college. You know, there's a couple dudes who shut down and been freestyling, like, yo, put Shook One's Part 2 beat on. Yeah, and then just
put the Wu-Tang on, yo.
Yeah, put something like that and spit some fucking weak ass bar or whatever. But you know, at the time, you know what I'm saying? You're having fun with it, you know. So,
but we were having fun, but we were also what we were rapping about was very personal. I was just like, man, I think it's something to it. So with that, I was he had a studio, he had some homeboys, they had an in-home studio, and I recorded my first song. And to be honest, like I didn't really think like the first song I ever made, I was just like, I like it, but it doesn't sound, I don't know, it didn't sound right. And you know, the lyrics was there and the message was there, but I was like, I have to practice more on the actual skill of rapping, because there's writing raps and then there's actually the skill of recording and finding your voice.
That's like a whole different beast.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. So that ended up falling through, and then I ended up meeting my homie Trey, and now Trey is very important to my artistry because he had a in-home studio too, and we were always, I would go over there from like fucking 7 to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh shit! Okay,
dude, and we
I feel like that's how the most successful studio sessions are. Yes. Everyone's like, bro, I was in the studio till 6 a.m. You don't believe what I cooked up last night.
Smoking hella weed, fucking
hell yeah, you
drunk
me?
As fuck, dude. And we were having, and he had an ear for music, and he was like, you got something, but let's find your voice, because your lyrics is there, but you need to figure out how to have the sound that people can gravitate to. Right. So we would find beats, and he was like, all right, he would just click the space bar. It was just on a continuous loop. Like, just keep rapping, keep doing the verse over and over and over and over. And we ended up on my first EP, Magic. That was actually the first song that we did, and it sounded fucking fire. I was like, I got something. Yeah, I was so fucking happy because I'm like, I finally found the voice. I finally found my sound. Yeah. Trey, shout out to Trey. I know he's out there. I hope he's listening. I hope he sees.
Or if
this.
not, he could play it back later on YouTube. Don't worry about it. Trey.
Holy shit!
Fucking Munchie, bro.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yo. The things that happen at live. Goddamn cats, yo.
Oh my god. There's no way.
It's up.
It's still up.
But yo, so all this happened within like the wingspan of like a year.
Year or two. Magic, I just checked. Magic, I wrote in like late 2020.
Late 2020?
Yeah, late 2020.
Damn, so yeah, this is all like within like the past year. This is like brand new almost.
This is really brand new for me in terms of like taking it seriously, because you know, there's you know, having fun with it, and then there's actually putting an investment into it. And I have to thank Trey for actually helping me find a voice. And then when I ended up having to move out of the place up north with Kyle, so damn, I'm going all over the place. So ended up, actually no, I'm not. So doing that with Trey,
I think we're better with the light now. So
it's actually it looks good.
Yeah, it looks probably better than before.
So with Trey, I had a bunch of demos that I had. And after a while, that shit kind of fell through. And then my homie Cal was like, yo, I got a homie who's actually trying to manage another artist. And he was like, I think he would want to manage him at first. Okay. But then Cal was like, look, if you think I'm good, you should hit my homie Patrick. Right. So I sent them over some demos, and he was like, dude, you got it. Like, let's take this together. And he was managing Nico at the time, and gave him the demos. We linked up with Milo Brigade, who did my whole EP, the first EP. Ended up doing that shit with him, and shit kind of rest is history, man.
Well, I asked this. I've seen that I've asked this questions to previous people that have come on here. But when was the point that like you realized that, okay, like I'm gonna start taking this music stuff for real? Especially because you were saying that like you were like in the army doing like comedy, you were doing all this other stuff. Like at what point in your lifetime were you like, all right, like let me just actually focus on this and put 100% of my energy into this craft?
I think the The point, I think it was when I was actually in the studio and I was working with Milo, and when I was hearing the tracks back, that was like the first time I was actually listening to my music without feeling awkward about hearing my voice, like getting that confidence again. And I think once I really tapped into, just like, you know, it's a lot of artists out here who, you know, I feel like maybe don't take it as seriously, and I know that if I actually tapped in, I can actually
like do something.
I could do something with myself, and it feels right. Like it's a certain type of energy. Like I think Jay-Z said it in the song. Like you'll know what you need to do. It's just a feeling, and I just felt it. It's not. It wasn't like a specific point where it's like, yep, this is it. It was kind of like a feeling of just like, this feels like I should be doing
like
this. This feels right.
Okay.
This feels, because the songs and the messages I was saying, I was like, this feels right, and I'm gonna just stick to it. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. So I have to shout out Equine, man, because he's a great fucking manager, man. And what's weird is I met him this fucking year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I met him like literally a month before the EP came out. Right. Like, and he's been nothing more but just on top of everything, just making sure I'm in the stew, making sure everything, the marketing is right. And I have to really give, you know, my flowers to him and Nico, because, you know, they're both friends. Like, they've been knowing each other for years, man. And I'm coming in as the new blood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I had to really show myself. I had to really prove that I belong here. I had to prove that, you know, I have a really big chip on my shoulder, man, just because, you know, especially in the music industry, you gotta have that kind of mentality of like, yeah, I'm coming in and I deserve a spot here. You know what I'm saying? So all praises and love goes to Nico and Equine, man, because without them kind of having a, because you know how it is. A lot of times, like, if you coming in
as a new guy, especially
as a new guy, and this motherfucker's already been friends and been doing business together, he could have easily been like, nah, nigga, like let's just focus on what we doing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for motherfuckers coming in and trying to
do whatever.
You know what I'm saying? So they really did help me out. Jimmy shot the first video I ever did. Canedo, yeah, Jimmy Canedo.
Shouts out. He showed some love on the post today, so I kind of figured you guys like knew each other had been something. So
yeah, I met him through Equine, man. Like all the people that I met was through him, and I just had to take the best. Like, he gave me the opportunity, and I was like, okay, if I ever, I just told myself, like, if I ever get opportunities to go forth with doing what I do in this craft, like, I'm gonna make the best of it, because I don't want to tarnish his name. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of my mindset coming in.
I noticed you bring up like a lot of names like Nico and Sebastian Peace and all them, and I know at least Sebastian, which he just dropped his Daybreak EP. Shout out to him.
Yes, I love it.
Shout out to Daybreak.
Everyone go listen to that. Go stream that.
Please do.
Are you? I know they're part of like the Slackers. The Slappers, like what? It's like a collective brand, like a brand
for sure.
Are you also a part of that, or how does that work? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't
affiliated.
Like
I guess I would say type. Affiliate. I never had like.
Did you get initiated into it?
Initiated, got branded. You know what I'm saying? No, I never.
Sahini's hot sauce brand.
What's that called? When
hot sauce gallon jug,
bro. Right here. What's that called when What's that called, like when you're in a gang and you get fucking?
Oh, you got just jumped in.
Yeah, when you got. There's a word for it though. There's a word for it.
I think that's it.
I forgot what it's called. Yeah. I think it's called jumped in for sure. But to answer your question, I never had a meeting about the Slackers thing. I think just because I'm with them,
people just like assume,
but I've never like, you know, it's never been like a meeting thing where like, oh yeah, you're Slackers, you're this, you're that. It's never been like that. So it's kind of been. I'm Patrick's son. That's just who I am. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But I love them. Shout out to Dave, because Dave showed a lot of love. Like when I was coming up, gave me a lot of advice. Like just be like, you know, you don't gotta always come to the parties and the clubs and shit like that. Just focused on the music. Because I'm very growing up. You know, I'm the only child, so like I'm very introverted. I'm very like kind of antisocial a little bit. When I open up, I'm like, yeah, nigga, yo, you my homies and shit like that. But at the time, I like to focus on music. A lot of times I'll be in the club or doing something. I'm just like, I want to like writing something.
I feel like it's so easy getting sucked into that lifestyle too, especially like as a musician.
Yes.
Especially when you start getting popping.
Yeah,
exactly. Especially when you get
you start meeting all these people and shit. Like they're doing it, so you think that's like the right thing to do and stuff like that.
Sometimes
so
you jump the gun, you know.
Exactly. It was like I already done that. Like I've been to the clubs. Like when I was living up north, I did the whole 9. So it was kind of like
that shit is tags too, bro. That shit runs your pockets.
Right. It's like, nigga, I'm broke. Like all the money that I go to goes towards, you know, studios and photo shoots and music videos. Like I don't got time to be buying drinks
and shit.
Right. I'm drunk as hell, throwing up in the fucking car. Like, you know how many times I'm throwing up on my Cortezes or something like that? Like, this shit is for the birds, yo. Like I'd rather be at home, like writing lyrics, like writing something, like creating something. So Dave, you know, shout out to Dave because he really was like, man, you don't gotta do that, bro. Just go ahead.
That's good. That's good that you got some mentors out there, like kind of telling you, like you don't gotta follow the crowd, you know.
Yeah, that's dope. He, you know, my homie, like I said, my homie Jab, who was a big homie of mine. He, you know, he's like the A&R. Like he'll tell me straight up, like, is this shit whack or this shit? You know, you gonna improve on this, and like, so when he tells me the shit's good, I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, I think I really got something here because he wouldn't lie. You know, he wouldn't lie to me. So I'm glad that I have people around me who has the best interest, who make sure that, you know, I'm staying on track because, you know, motherfuckers ain't gonna care if you quit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you gotta really have a strong mindset, especially coming in here. You have to really have a really good head on your shoulders, just making sure that you just staying on point all the time and just making sure that you got something and you just fucking stick to it. You don't fucking quit. You don't fucking complain. You know shit is gonna be, you know, just have some patience, which, you know, my manager Equine really tells me just have some patience because I'm really like, dude, I got songs ready to go, nigga. Let's go. And he's just like, chill. Like you just
keep it in the vault. Keep it in the vault.
Yeah, keep it in the vault. We gonna have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like
type.
A lot of time to drop a lot of shit. Which I'm already working on a new project now, so I'm always on go mode because I'm always writing. I never stop creating. So I'm just doing my part for him, so it'll be easier for him. So
I tapped in with both, with Nico and Equine. So I know Equine just kind of didn't. You guys, it was like a show, right? Then you kind of have like it was kind of like a bodega type show or like an artist show, and wasn't like, didn't George perform or something like that?
Yeah, it was the
like
Halloween show. Yeah. He was a collaborator on it.
Dude, I saw that. I saw that on Instagram. That shit looked dope as hell.
It was dope, man. And then, you know what? I'm glad that, you know, he's giving me these opportunities to get the experience of just getting on stage. And actually, shout out to Peace, because Peace was actually the first person that ever put me on stage. Like, and he didn't have to, because we had songs together that's not released yet. He could have just did his own set and not brought me on, but he did, and that's why I love him to death, and that's why I love the East Side, because they really showed just the love that they didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really didn't have to put me on, but that experience was like, man, okay, I'm finally doing, because doing comedy on stage and rapping on stage is two different. Different things. It's comedy is like, there's no bullshit. You're either funny and we're gonna boo you off stage, or you're funny and we're gonna laugh. But music
you ever been booed off stage off the comedy?
I have not, but I've definitely.
That's good. Yeah,
I haven't been booed, but I've definitely bombed.
I've been booed in real life, so it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like booed. Like I don't know what happened. I think I remember in high school, whatever. It was like I don't know if it's like. I don't know if it was like a presentation or something, or I was just doing something stupid. No, it was one of my homies. It was one of my homies. It was like doing a presentation, you know, like a PowerPoint or something, and he was just doing it to be an ass or whatever. And I was like, and that's it.
Everyone's joined in.
But we were homies, whatever. And I was like, God damn! Like, I didn't want to do this PowerPoint to begin with anyway.
When you're in high school, that's fun to do.
It's funny as hell. Though. It's funny as fuck. Like, that's fucking hilarious.
It's your career, bro. On the line, it's different.
Yeah, you want to get booed in the corporate office.
Oh yeah, imagine that. Goddamn.
Oh my god, just people in suits like, you suck.
Yeah, or the workers. Imagine me, like the workers, like looking at you, the boss, like,
beat it, stupid.
We'll take a break now.
Exactly. But I've never been booed. I bombed before. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Yeah, but it happens, nigga. Like sometimes you get mistakes. Like in songs I wrote, I'm like, this shit weak. I'm not gonna do this. And jokes that I had, I was like, Right.
Could
have did better on that.
I wanna get back into the you know how we were saying like the whole lifestyle of a musician. It's kind of rough, especially just with all these like influences and stuff like that, and kind of people just dragging you into to drinking, smoking, doing whatever. Yeah. And I know Adrian mentioned before the podcast earlier that he saw that you were like trying to cut back on that, or you were going completely sober.
I'm trying. I want to like the thing with it is I've smoked weed the first time when I was 16. Okay. And I've never really looked back. Right. So it's been 10 years continuously where I haven't been smoking, or I haven't been intoxicated or something like that. So for me, it's more about a discipline thing to show that I can,
I've got zero.
Exactly.
Trust me. and trust me, and that's crazy that you bring it up like at the same time, like I don't know, like it's not like that. If it was an actual like issue, I don't know if you think it's an actual issue, but it's just like you said, discipline. Like, can I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to like kick back and do it, whatever, because it just feels. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be here and not do something, right? Right. But at the same time, that you try it is like, this is like your life filler. You feel your life. You know what I'm saying? Then they're like, whoa, like what am I gonna do to like feel that and to get that back?
In retrospect, you think about it. I mean, I started smoking when I was 15, 16 too, and that is like such a young age. Exactly. You know, like looking back at it, like my little brother just turned 17, and I still look at him and I'm like, oh shit, he's just a little ass kid. I started smoking 2 years before him. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's crazy, my older. Like my older uncles, older cousins, whatever, were probably looking at me like, "Damn, what the fuck is he doing?" Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's like adolescence.
That shit's crazy.
You know, when you're young, your mind is still developing.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my good friend Joseph about this, because he would be the only person out of our group who wouldn't smoke, and he was like, we was talking about this earlier. Like, he was just like, I'm glad I didn't, because I needed to be focused. Like, he was a football player. He had something that he could latch on to, which so the decision to not do it was based on doing it righteously. Not, I did it because I was like, a big influence of mine at the time was Wiz Khalifa. And he made smoking look like
cool as hell.
The coolest thing to do is to smoke weed, and Wiz Khalifa smoked like a shitload of weed. Jimmy. And I would be like, shit, nigga, I want to do that. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't get into it because I always wanted to try it, but I felt like it was more of a cool thing to do.
Right.
So for me, coming into, I'm 26 now, and I was just thinking, I was smoking one time, and I might have rolled up again and smoked 2 joints at like a session. I was just like,
what the fuck am I doing?
What am I doing? Like, it's like I'm already high, and I feel like I gotta get higher. Like, no, I don't have to do that. So
at some points, it just starts to hurt. Yeah, it's like, man.
And then the money situation, like spilling a hella weed.
My throat kind of hurts right now. Yeah, I was saying like, hey, bro, let me get some of that water. Let me waterfall.
Can I get some water, yo?
Liquid death.
Yeah. The cotton mouth and shit. So it's like one of those things. I was just like, you know what? I'm disciplined.
Sponsor.
I'm disciplined enough to stay focused with the music. Let me see if I can transition that into real life.
Your daily habits. Yeah.
So I don't need to. So I'm cutting back. Like I said, I don't want to do it cold turkey. I don't believe that. It's not that I don't believe it, but I'd rather do it that way.
Gradually.
Yeah, because I feel like if I relapse, I don't want to feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather slowly do it and slowly get into it, and then like drinking is easy. I don't have to drink.
I was gonna say, so is that only with smoking? Like, are you cutting back on just smoking, or are you just completely going sober, like both drinking and smoking?
So I'm a big fan of CM Punk, the wrestler who goes straight edge. He's straight edge, and I like the idea of straight edge. Like, I don't do none of that shit.
I didn't know he's always been sober.
He's been straight edge.
What?
Like,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he doesning do nothing. Like, he's always
for sure.
He used to make promos about it. You know what I'm saying?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I was watching the videos of him, and I just admired like his character, like who he is. Right. So I was just like, man, that doesn't seem bad to like go straight edge, and you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. So I was just thinking in my head like, man, I just smoked 2 joints and I'm going to be out of weed. I got to buy some more. Like, let me just cut back, because it doesn't. I told my girl, like, I don't want to have this as a crutch. Like, it's sometimes I feel nervous and I'm like, let me go smoke, or I'm getting, like, I'm going to the studio. Let me go smoke. Let me do this. Let me do that. It's like a lot of times I'm like having excuses to do something
to smoke.
So it's like,
I feel that.
I mean, let me just cut back.
Gotta go Old Navy. Gotta roll one up.
Gotta roll one up. So I go Old Navy. Yeah. Gotta walk the dog. Go smoke. I'm finna take out the trash.
About to go to Applebee's. You know,
Just
gotta roll one up.
Target.
You know what I'm saying?
Got a job interview. Let me smoke.
Gotta go walk the dog.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, man. So, it's definitely a project of mine.
For sure.
I have a plan on cutting back. So, you know, I'm not going.
I'm gonna go check.
And kudos to you for real, because I usually do like a 1 month sober every year.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
It's February, shortest month of the fucking year. But I usually go over. I low key go like a week or two over. Like I start February 1st, and then I don't end until like March 8th or like March 10th or something like that. Just because like I think like the end of February is like a Wednesday or some shit like that. So like there's like no point for me to fucking get fucked up on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
There's no point exactly, and that's I think a lot of times, you know, I've you know used it as a crutch, you know, but I should definitely look into like just 1 month, don't do nothing, so I can just guide myself.
But
into
it's hard, man. It's hard because like I was trying to figure out the month too, and like I tried November, and I'm like, well, my fucking family gets together for fucking Thanksgiving, and then December it's like fucking like,
Black
a whole
Friday,
bunch of I tried, like I attempted it like a few months until I hit February. I'm like, all right, you know what, fuck it, like I'm just not gonna fucking do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it in life, and
yeah, it's dope. Shout out to you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks, you. I need all the support I can get.
Yeah.
You said you liked CM Punk. Does that mean you're a wrestling fan?
So I am a big when I was much younger, I was a huge wrestling fan. Huge, dude. Like I think it was a project of mine. There was like because I went to a Catholic school. Okay. And it was a project where it was like, okay, come up here and let's talk about the things that you want to do, but it has to be like it had to be like somebody black or something like that. And my thing was like, I want to be like the Undertaker. I want to be a wrestler and shit like that. Because I think at the time it was like maybe Booker T was the only black.
Hell yeah.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it, sucker? And I was like,
Spin-a-rooney? That would have been cool. You didn't want to be doing the spin-a-rooney and do that.
The spin-a-rooney for Jesus.
The scissor kick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But then it was like, nigga, you're not finna go up here and say you're finna be a wrestler. That's not even wasn't a quote unquote black thing to do. So, but yeah, I don't watch wrestling now just because the word is out, like it was, you know, it's fake and all that shit. But I'll still
peep it here and there.
Once in a while, like when Brock Lesnar come back, I'm like, let me go see Brock. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Brock. I always love Brock Lesnar because he's a fucking like he whoops ass.
So who was your favorite wrestler back in the day?
Favorite wrestler of mine is hands down Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. Okay.
Maybe like a bunch of fucking shirts of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Those probably go for like a decent amount of money now.
They're like $40 fucking $50.
Yeah,
you want to get the richest ones. You gotta find it because people will be holding on to him. Like I'm trying to get the one when he had it's like a hockey jersey, and I can never fucking find it. But I'll find it and I'll be rocking that motherfucker.
What about you, Adri? Who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite wrestler of all time. So I'll give you three because they're very close.
I'm gonna give you my three.
So actually, go ahead. You can go first.
Okay, so
were you a wrestling head at all?
Wrestling fan, yeah.
Were you okay? So you gave one. I'll give. Let's go through it. That'd be better. Okay. And then is that CM Punk 1 on top?
No.
Or I mean, Stone Cold.
Stone Cold is number one on top.
Number one.
Okay,
Stone Cold number one.
So 2 and 3. You can do who come right before or right after that.
I'll say CM Punk just because of the influence and how I just like how he talks. I just like his mannerisms.
You see when he went to the UFC?
Yeah, he got his ass whooped.
I
was rooting for him like
down bad.
Dude, he really
twice, man. Look, I was rooting for him too.
I was rooting for him like a motherfucker. I'm just like, but you get your ass kicked, man. It's like, hey, look, I'm still a fan, but you know, objectively, you got your ass whooped.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, goddamn.
But it's like, man, but CM Punk, and I would say the third one. It's a tie between Undertaker and Brock.
Okay.
It's a tie.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll say Brock, or sometimes I'll say Undertaker.
Okay. Yeah. For sure.
So that's on my three. Those are my top three.
What about you, Adri?
All right. Number one favorite of all time is Eddie Guerrero.
Oh.
Okay.
All time.
Great.
Right?
Of course.
When I was a kid, I wanted the fucking frosted tips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He
came out in the low rider. He had the Scarface shirt when it was like Latino Heat. You know what I'm saying? I remember I wanted that shirt so bad, but you know our mom wasn't gonna get it.
Oh no!
Nothing from the fucking WWE store. You know, at the time there was like the magazines and shit. You know, imagine the mom you had to have or the family at the time to be like, yeah, we'll get you something from the magazine. We'll put it in. Because remember, they gave you a little envelope to put money in and send it. Yeah. Like what a life you must have had to get something cool like that. You know what I'm saying? So
never got that
I always wanted that one. Whatever. I thought he was like the coolest guy ever. The frog splash, whatever.
Frog splash was dope.
He was just a raw ass. Like
I love
the
rest in
I'm Your
peace.
Poppy thing when he took Rey Mysterio's kid. That's like all time greatest fucking WWE storyline I think ever. Like that was a great time. He's like, I'm your dad, and then they wrestled for him. They wrestled for the custody of him. Like,
they wrestled for the custody of the kid.
They didn't put the belt up. They put like the court paperwork up. Like,
they should have put the kid up.
Yeah. Right. They lifted Julian up.
Go to each side of the ring, like, hey, kid right here, kid right here.
So yeah, definitely number one all time Eddie Guerrero. Number two, Shawn Michaels, HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, right?
That's fine.
Super,
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I feel he's super crazy. He was doing all the fucking flips and shit.
Yeah.
Plus he was super like, I don't know, like
he was
kind of like oddly like sexual, but he was like he made it seem like he was like it's part of his thing. He was like Ric Flair almost, but like a younger Ric Flair.
D-Generation X, bro. That was my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had a couple different eras and shit. So like,
I'm happy to get the X shirt.
Yeah, hell yeah. Those are wild too. Whatever. That's fire. So definitely HBK number 2, and then number 3.
Great list. It's a great list.
That is a great list.
I would have to say who put on some really good shows for me when I was a kid.
I can't wait to hear this one.
I don't know. So it goes Eddie,
Shawn,
and then Shawn.
That's a hell of a 2 right there.
Those are fucking legends.
That's a hell of a 2.
Who's number 3's worth? Edge, definitely Edge.
Okay,
Edge
sure.
is definitely the rated R superstar.
He's still like in it, right?
I think he just came back or did some run or did something with like maybe AEW or something.
Yeah.
But like no, I would say number 3 definitely Edge. I was watching some Edge highlights the other day. The rated R superstar. He has one of the longest like heavyweight reigns ever, and plus he was the regular champion. Remember when John Cena had the spinning one?
Yeah, he was actually
put his R in there.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, so many memories, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, so I would say it goes definitely Eddie, Shawn Michaels, and then Edge.
It's a great fucking list, dude.
Yeah, it's
great
fire.
Fucking list.
I would have to go. My very first one is definitely Jeff Hardy. That was my guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
That's a great one. Bro. I forgot about Jeff.
Jeff Hardy was my dude.
We'll go over Mass Attack's list after your list.
Jeff Hardy.
George, we're gonna go over your list right now.
That's a great list.
Yeah, oh, you peeped it. All right,
I peeped it. I saw it.
He peeped it. It's comparable, whatever to see it. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, no, my first one's definitely Jeff Hardy. Second one,
Swanton Bomb. He's
Swanton
crazy.
fucking bomb.
So let's keep. Fuck it, we're good here. Let's watch. So have you ever heard of the Jeff Hardy? Because you know what TNA is.
It was
so
like
it was the competitor to fucking. It was the competitor to WWE at the time, whatever, and they took a lot of their talent. Jeff Hardy was on there, and he was like the champion. It was called Glory Road. I might pop this bitch up actually.
Yeah,
but I because it's actually pretty crazy, low key. Should be better now.
TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Icon.
This was like wrestling. First of all, wrestling bloopers are some of the funniest shit
So
ever.
I've never even seen this before.
You never seen
Yeah,
this?
so look at
I've
this.
never seen
I'll
this
just
shit.
skip to the match. But look at
He's like not even like there type.
Takes care of the messenger, doesn't
like
look
he's
at
like
him.
ready to wrestle, but look at like he's so fucked up. He's just like he can't even like pick up the fact that he's so fucked up.
Right.
Look at, you know what I'm saying? Like just doing like he's so off of it.
He's really off his rocker.
Like the fucking dude's like kind of concerned.
No, they all know.
They're pissed. Especially Sting. Sting like, because it was at one point we're gonna see it.
Because it's like a collaborative, right? It's like they both kind of have to like
yeah, that's how
put
it
an
is.
act on, right?
Yeah, it has to be give and take. You know what I'm saying?
See, he knows he's fucked. I mean, Sting's been in wrestling for at this point like 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So
God,
like,
yeah. He's a
he
veteran.
knows that Jeff is fucked up right now. And you know what I'm saying? Now he's like,
Right.
here, look at.
Oh shit!
I think he's gonna yell at him or
Jeff Hardy
something.
is trying to accomplish and gets right in his chest.
And what's crazy is this is the main
Yeah,
The
event.
main event of this
This is
one. It
the
was a
main
main
event.
event.
Is this like his last fight? Like one of his last?
He was out for a while before he came back.
Yeah.
Declines to throw the shirt.
Imagine you paying for a pay-per-view and this shit is happening. You know, I'll be fucking
And
pissed.
trying to win back the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, not just for himself, but also for Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan.
Then he gets to whooping his ass and actually whooping his ass.
But,
fucking addict.
but look, he does
Yeah,
that
he does
right
that.
there.
And he just knows.
He tries
He's
to
trying
kick
to-
out,
yeah.
but they're like, no,
Nah,
like they all
fuck that.
said that.
No,
yeah.
it's time to go.
And you see how he just like, you see how he looks at him all like
What the fuck, man? Like, what happened? Like, nigga, yeah.
look at Sting, look at him. Like,
He's fucking blue, bro.
Disappointment.
Because that's like his profession. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
that's
Like,
his shit.
and you give away that the fact that the whole thing is fake. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because if it was a real match, he would
Right.
beat the fuck out of him. But like,
Exactly.
Damn.
He
Well,
totally-
that's my number one.
I just had to show you the fucking.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, I just to show you that your guy for a second was like kind of a degenerative fucking drug addict that almost ruined his career and the entire wrestling universe. So, but anyway, what's number 2 and 3?
Number two would have to be Rey Mysterio, just because he's,
Hell yeah.
you know.
Who's that?
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, that was when he used to.
Bro,
he always did
pop out
that,
of
but
nowhere,
like, yeah.
shit, bro. His fucking, even like in the video games, like his fucking move, bro, when he would go around the
619.
ropes, bro, it should
man.
be insane.
Hell yeah.
And
Best moves ever.
my third one, it's a close cut between fucking Triple H, just because
Hell
he's
yeah.
fucking raw as hell, and another legend, in my opinion, fucking Scotty Too Hotty. That dude was
Scotty
fucking
Too
raw,
Hotty
bro. He was
makes the
fucking
list.
cold, bro.
Well, what about
He was
Grandmaster Sexy,
when
the
he
guy
was-
that it was Sky Too Hotty, Grandmaster Sexy, and
Rikishi,
Rikishi,
right?
and they were like the
Yeah,
cool,
bro,
like
that
the
was
Island
that was
Boys,
my-
the
bro,
original
I
Island
remember
Boys.
playing that.
The original Island Boys, like, actually, for real.
No, bro, I remember playing that like on the PS1, bro. Like fucking doing like the Scotty Too Hotty. He would do the fucking warm and shit.
Yes,
bro,
I
on the video
remember
game.
that. Used to get my
shit
ass
be
whipped by
fire,
him.
bro. That shit would be so fucking fire.
Dude, Rikishi used to freak me the fuck out.
He used to
man.
fucking. He made people eat his booty. Yeah, bro. That used to be that shit.
They used to come out cool as fuck. They put the big goggles
So after
on.
they would get done whooping ass, they put on sunglasses and get the dancing.
Yeah, imagine losing fucking in front of 20,000 people because some dude did the worm to this song
Right.
and just got you right in the throat.
Like, just get your ass
Damn.
whooped by a fat ass nigga in a thong. He dances on
and
you.
then the fat dude rubbed his ass in your face.
He rubbed your ass-
You
hold on.
got beat up by that whole
He
crew.
rubbed his ass in your face. Then after he beat you, he danced.
And then his little buddy did the worm and
His
hit him in
buddy
the
doing the
throat.
worm. I would have quit. I would have been like, I'm not wrestling no
But
more.
yeah, Scotty Too Hotty makes a list. To be honest,
I'm not built for
I
the
love
WWE after that.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that. I'm not having nobody's ass in my face. Get the fuck out of here. man.
Yeah, what a move! What an era that was, though. of
Dude.
WWE.
imagine like your fucking manager's like, yeah, we're about to go against Rikishi
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. You gotta get the stink face tonight.
Imagine like Rikishi, did you shower before? Like
fucking oiled up.
Please tell me you showered.
Imagine if he had real world beef. Like she's like, yeah, you know what I can do to you tonight? Yeah.
Right, like,
he's like, hey, I haven't showered in 3 days. You're about to get all this
Dude,
fucking.
you're finna get a face full of stank.
I had a whole fucking a Hawaiian pineapple roast last night. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the Hawaiian. He had a big Hawaiian feast.
I had a big Hawaiian bread sandwich.
And you got to get
Funny
his ass
as hell,
in your face, bro. Out of this world. Shout out them though. Shout out that whole crew. You know what I'm saying?
That was a time. That was a fucking.
It was a good ass time, man.
That was a great time, and the memories I have in terms of like, you know, when you watch something, you could go back to that period.
It's feel good moment.
It's good to know that we all we damn near lived the same childhood too. You know, like we're all like collectively we're watching the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was like before like social media. Like we couldn't share that shit.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
you just watch it.
If you were there, you're fucking there.
You had to make it at 7 because you didn't go on YouTube and why. You know what I'm saying?
Missed it, that was it.
There's no highlights. You know what I'm saying?
You missed it. That was it.
Yeah.
And there was times I'm dude, like back in the day, I remember like that. I think we were more together because of the media wasn't. There wasn't a lot of things to actually gear towards. Like you was into what everybody else was into. So it was wrestling. You just had your friends who you were wrestling with, like basketball, like all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I miss those days. I miss my youth, man. I miss my fucking youth.
So South Side, you didn't say exactly where we're from, kind of like born and raised. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
born and raised.
So you claim South Side. Obviously, you're from down here, but where exactly are you at right now, or where you from and where you at? Right
I'm from 84th in Ingleside. I used to live with my dad up there
in the 80s.
Yep, in the 80s. Yeah, but so. My parents wasn't ever together, so I would jump from dad to mom to dad, mom to grandma. So I would live in High Park where I live at now. I would live with my mom on 62nd in Woodlawn.
Okay.
So I would go back and forth. So, but I was staying with my dad most of the time, and we stayed in the 80s. So,
okay.
It was yeah, it was rough over there.
Yeah,
I bet
it was fucking rough, and especially when you're growing up and you're trying to navigate, you know, through life, and because it's real easy to get into the gangs, and real easy to find. You can find trouble like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, especially on the South Side. And I'm glad that I had good friends around me to. Like, we're not gonna be like, if it was lame to not be a gang member, it was like, I guess I'm lame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What were some of the things that you would do to kind of stay away from that and kind of keep you like busy and stuff?
I don't know who just sent this to me right now, but they're talking about why Demi Lovato looked like Eddie Guerrero. Hey, who did that?
Guerrero.
That's foul.
That's foul as hell.
Oh my god.
Poor Demi. I would. So in school, man, we had a group, and we kind of just were. We were just mad different from the rest, because we kind of understood that there's lives to be at stake. Like we can't, you know, life is precious, man, and you can't be out here fucking around with certain people, because you can find yourself wrong place, wrong time. That's it. You're dead now. And I think from me and my homies, we were always just. We were funny, we were cool, and it wasn't never like.
So you just had like a nice group of friends, like a good group of friends,
that had
their heads on straight.
Yeah,
for the most people.
For the most part, because we were playing football, basketball, but we were also, we had our clique, and we didn't have to be in gangs, because we were friends with gang members too. Like we were friends with all the people who, the cool kids and all that shit. We would talk with everybody. Like it wasn't never no. Oh shit, we can't hang out with them, or we can't do that, we can't do that. I could chat with anybody, and then be like, "Oh, y'all finna go do that? We ain't finna do that shit." You know what I'm saying? Because especially growing up in that time, I remember a lot of people were dying, like a lot of gun violence, a lot of
shit. Even now, bro, like rest in peace, Young Dolph.
Oh yeah, definitely R.I.P. Episode dedicated to Young Dolph. What a fucking hit to the.
That hit me, yeah, man. I think Mark Miller was another one.
That was fucking insane, dude.
That was fucking
getting cookies for his mother.
Sure as that, bro.
Getting cookies for his mother.
And it's sad, because as being black and living here, it's just when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, damn, it's not even surprising anymore. It's kind of sad that I'm kind of sensitive to it. Like, damn, fool, like how many times we gotta go through this shit? You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
hell yeah, you know Key Glock?
I knew I fuck with Key Glock. Actually, my homie Jab put me on a Dolphin Key Glock. If it wasn't for him, I would have never knew who that was. And
he deleted all his socials.
Yeah, man.
I know that was like his best friend. You know what I'm saying? That was his boy. I was like, God damn, he's probably going through it right now.
Yeah, of course, man. Like, you know, I send a lot of healing energy towards him, man. Just a lot of, because I know that's, you know, where they from. I know they were really close, man. I would hate to lose someone who's really close like that.
Oh, of course.
I would hate that, man. And, you know,
of course.
And it, unfortunately, man, it happens way too often than it should. You know, we should be able to grow old together. We should be able to see our kids grow up and have grandkids and just wither away as we're supposed to. That's, you know, I feel like that's nature's way.
And it's crazy because like we were saying, like it's not something that it's brand new, kind of like what you just said, like you're kind of getting used to it in a sense, like you become numb to these types of news. And it's just insane, man. It's really unfortunate.
And now everything moves so fast that by this weekend it'll be talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So it's like, and then you got people who, you know, that's why another thing I take life so seriously, because it's a lot of people who die and then they get mocked, like they'll laugh at you, like you know, I would hate to die and then people be like, that's what you get, and that's something that really made sure that I need to really be cautious around certain people, and kind of really made me be more of an introvert and more be wary of my surroundings, because really, man, like this shit is no games. Like life is really no joke, and it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Like
hell yeah,
it's cold, man. And I'm glad that, you know, like I said, I send healing energy to his family, healing energy to Key Glock, man. You know, I don't know him, but you know, it's sad. It's just always sad to see, man. It's always sad that our rappers, especially in this industry, it's almost like, because rock and roll people don't fucking die from gun violence. Like country music don't die from this shit. Like it's only
drug
us.
Overdose.
Yeah, it's only it's like a drug overdose, or they just die from you know,
like
whatever
freak accident, whatever.
But it's only in our industry where we have to worry about.
Damn, I'd never looked at it that way.
It's only us.
Right.
Like being a rapper, like you have to be cautious, because you're like, somebody could hate on me and just kill me for because they envy what I have, and it's like, man, I don't even have nothing.
Right.
Well, that's a huge aspect of rap music is
violence.
Violence and promote. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's why it's a natural. I guess naturally now, just because it's part of the music, but naturally of more violent, you know, genre, depending on which one you're listening to, you know, and for the like mainstream, you know what I'm saying? So and definitely, you know what I'm saying, and like a lot of these kids, and especially social media, you know what I'm saying, we thought social media was, you know, was cool. We were using it when it was first kind of popular, but now this is everything to those kids, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to make it, you know, trying to live that life for the camera, you know what I'm saying? So they'll do anything. It seems like they're really about that life, kind of, and putting it on camera too.
Exactly.
And that's what's scary, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's scary, because it's the unpredictability, especially when you're young. Is a lot of times when you're young, I got to be wary of the young kids more than, because you got to almost have a certain level of respect towards them, because you don't want them niggas to just
fucking do some crazy shit
because of the clout. Like, I just shot a nigga and I feel good about it. It's like,
especially if he's with a homie, you know what I'm saying? Like a group of guys try to clown you, you say so, you know what I'm saying? You get him back, you know what I'm saying? Like he's got to do something, because then, you know what I'm saying, he's not gonna try to get clowned by, so it's
it's not
even worth it nowadays.
I saw this tweet that was like, there's a reason why Chief Keef has been playing video games in LA for so long.
Which is smart. I got my money, I got
killed.
Right. Because, you know, like,
you can't even do a hologram show here. You know what I'm saying? They'll shoot at the projector.
They'll kill the people who doing the show. So it's one of the things that's like,
crazy.
You know, that's why I'm glad that I went in the direction that I went, because it's so easy. It's so easy to go
the other way.
It's so easy, especially in Chicago. It really is, man. It really is. And it sucks. It sucks because there's a lot of people who didn't get the chance to be 26 like I am. It's a lot of people who died way before me. I think one story that got to me in terms of anxiety that really fucked with me, it was this guy who was driving home from work and they just shot his car up. And just for no fucking reason.
Fucking nuts.
And never caught them. Like, of course not. They didn't catch him.
That's just fucking
nuts.
And
it was because he was 26 at the time. I think I was 23, 24. And I think I got a major anxiety from that, because I'm like, is it that random? Like, you just doing your own thing and now you're just dead now. Like, you mean nothing to people now.
Yeah.
It's for real. I always think about, like, when that shit like that happens, like, Like when they woke up that morning, they had no, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no idea.
Man, this is about to be my last couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine just like the hours leading up to that. Like, what the fuck did they do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who did you talk to? Like, did you get an argument? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Yo, you keep like kind of like bringing up that you're more of like an introvert and whatnot, and you kind of you know, kind of do your own thing. You try to stay away from like gang violence. You always have as a youngster. And I noticed that you said that you pretty much just started taking this rapping stuff serious this year. So as far as you being or considering yourself an introvert, how does that anxiety or how does that I guess it would be anxiety. How does that build up to like before you go on stage or stuff like that? Like, how do you deal with that as an introvert? Because that's like complete opposites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's I think it's for me getting that confidence of just being like, you know, you have a place here, you deserve to be here, you know what I'm saying? And I think the anxiety of just like, because I've been on stage before. I did comedy, which is very, I mean, you want to talk about nerves?
I
mean, at least I don't want to say which one is easier than the other one, but like in comedy, it's like you're almost at the mercy of the audience.
Right.
As making music, you just go up there, you recite your lyrics, and you do it you have to have some type of delivery because you have to make the audience feel where you're coming from. So the anxiety that I have from doing that is just to make sure that I doing my part. That's really where my anxiety comes from. Before I get on stage, it's like, okay, let me make sure that I do the right delivery, or, you know what I'm saying, read the crowd first before I just go on there and have some songs. Because, you know, those nerves definitely come. But then once I get on stage and start rapping, I'm like, oh, I'm back, like I'm in the studio, it just, you know, I'm in my own world now. But it definitely, you know, the introvert shit, it definitely takes a toll sometimes. And, you know, I could be extroverted sometimes, but a lot of times I'm just chilling, quiet, you know what I'm saying, very shy. I'm very bashful. That's one thing about me. I'm very shy, you know what I'm saying? So, but the music kind of helped, you know, get me out of that. And, you know, and that's because I believed it. It's a righteous thing that I'll do. You know, I preach a lot of times, like, if anybody know me, I preach a lot about righteousness and not religious, and but righteousness meaning like, you know, you have a feeling and you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and you don't want to fuck over anybody else. It's just you make certain decisions that will be best for you, and you have to live with the consequences of it. Like, you have to deal with the sacrifices that might come with it. Like a lot of people who have relationships, you know, a lot of times they'll put their relationship more than the music thing. But for me, if you're right, I do this righteously, so I'll have to sacrifice not being in a relationship, if that means that I can't be with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what I'm doing right. And when I make decisions, it's a righteous decision. This is what I'm going to do. And if you can't deal with that, then it's like, well, then I guess I got to keep moving on. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that, I mean, I feel like that's just tough to even come to that realization, because you know, when you're in a relationship for whatever amount of time, I feel like there's a point where you get comfortable with the other person, and it's like, you don't, that's like the last thing on your head, you know? It's like, I'm already in a relationship. I'm not really thinking like, I'm just gonna do whatever, even if without you knowing, like, oh shit, like if I wasn't in a relationship, maybe I could be putting all my energy into this, not having any type of distractions. But maybe some people don't look at it.
Maybe people don't. Cause there's a lot of people who were the next Marvin Gaye's who just ended up being Mr. Family Man now. And there's nothing wrong with being that, you know, if that's what you wanted to do. But it's one of those things. It's like, I finally found my calling. I'm finally alive now. Like, it's a time. Like, I think one thing, you know, the thing about Godly, that the EP that I just put out, I really felt in terms of the artistry, I was like, I'm really settled in now. Now I feel like I'm actually have a pulse now. Like I'm really here now, and you know, being alive and shit. Because I've definitely dealt with, you know, mental health issues and suicidal thoughts, and just trying to find a purpose instead of making a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people try to find it. It's like, you have to make it.
That's a good way to look at it.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna be like, hey, this is your purpose here. You gotta do this. Like, you gotta figure it out, and then you gotta just keep going, because it's gonna be a lot of times people gonna be like, man, you should just do something else. It's like, nah, I'm gonna just do what I want to do, because life is hard already. Life is unfair. Life is hard.
This man is dropping gems, bro. That ass.
So that I always,
this is real life shit.
I always put it like this. I tell people this, like, if life is hard, then why don't you just do what you want to do?
Right, it's gonna be hard regardless.
Because if you're doing what other people tell you to do, that's hard because you're not doing what you want to do. So why would you substitute that when you could just do what you want to do? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to deal with the consequences, the decisions that you make and the consequences that you make.
Right.
So this rapping shit is really hard. Like, a lot of this shit is really hard because, you know, just you got to deal with life and relationships and just different things. But it is, I'd rather be doing this than being in the army or doing something that I hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, that was really, music was really the saving grace for me. You know what I'm saying?
Is music what you do full time now? Is that what you do like 100% of the time, or do you have like a side job? Or
I have a job where, because I have to have something
type of income, right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because studio,
no shame in that.
Yeah, I have to. At this point, like up and coming, like I have to. You got to do what you got to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain about what's going on. You got to just get to it because, like I said, ain't nobody gonna care if you quit. Ain't nobody gonna don't nobody care if you don't got the money for it. You just gotta do, you know, just stay focused on the message and the vision that you have, and just do it to your best of your abilities, and just whatever comes with it is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Just follow through with it.
Me and Dio's still pulling up to, well, you're online, whatever, but we still got the job, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still got to like do what we got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit kind of takes money, so you know what I'm saying? So you know, make sure you got to make sure you get to work, you know, collect that check, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, the work you put into it, you know, works out at the end.
It'll definitely pay off. It's going to pay off. Like, I believe it. If you believe and you're doing this righteously, I feel like the energy that you put into the world, it comes back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put into the world, you're going to get back. And I feel like,
are you into like spirituality and
oh man, yes,
and all that stuff?
I'm very into
meditating. Do you meditate? Or no?
I meditate. I do praying. When I talk about praying, I think
because praying is a type of meditation. At least that's because I mean, I've prayed before and I've also meditated before, and it's, I don't know, you just tap into your inner self. Like, as cliche as it sounds, dude, like you literally like get answers from your own
yourself. Yeah, because only you know you, really. Yeah, you can talk about it to other people, but it's only so much that they will understand. Like, I feel like you understand you the most, so it's like, for me, I'll talk to myself a lot, and not like out loud, but I'm in my own head. I'm just trying to figure it out, because, you know, like, everybody, like, mental health is a big deal now.
Oh yeah,
and
it's huge,
and it's like, who do you know who's mentally healthy? Like,
I don't think anyone.
No one's fucking mentally healthy. Like, mentally all got it together. Like, no, everybody's working on themselves, and like,
yeah, for real.
Like, if you think about
talk
it,
to myself like 3 times a day. So I'm definitely probably not there. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking to yourself, you're definitely.
You definitely, you have to talk to yourself, and
but
they
said that fucking like the most like creative people talk to themselves.
Yeah,
or they said something like that. Something like you talk to yourself. It's a good thing, because
it is.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have to
like
have that inner,
like that.
That inner dialogue.
You have to.
Conversation.
You gotta have a dialogue.
You find the answers that you're looking for, man. I feel like it goes hand in hand with praying. Like, you know, you're asking God for whatever that, like, the only, like, God, quote unquote, or whatever you want to call it. That's like the way He talks to you is through yourself. It's like whatever you want to call it. If you're not religious, so it's whatever.
I put it like, when Godly came out, Godly, the meaning of it was, it sounds, you know, and it's not an arrogant statement, but it's like, I am
you
the God.
Are your own God.
I am my own God, because if you think of a higher power, when you talk to yourself,
that's
you can hear. It's crazy that you can actually think about a memory and you can see it. Or you can think about something, you can see it. Or you can say something in your head and you can hear it. That's your higher self. And so that's the God who really looks. You're looking out for yourself. Like, ain't nobody coming out the sky to be like, hey, let's come on up. Like, it doesn't work that way. And if you believe it works that way, that's fine. But I'm saying, like, for me, how I look at it in terms of spirituality, I look at it like, you are your God, and I feel like you have a moral obligation to save yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the message of the songs is like. You know, I'm gonna save myself. I told myself, I made an oath to myself that I'll do it, because no one's gonna come to my rescue but me.
That's fire.
I'll be if God ain't gonna come out the sky, then I'll be my God then, and I'll make decisions to save myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the godly came from, and I believe because people say that God made you in His image. Well, if that's the case, then wouldn't that make you a little bit godly then?
Yeah.
So I believe that everybody's a little bit godly, and just you have to just tap into your tap into your higher self, man, and just understand that you are your own savior, and there's nothing wrong with making mistakes. That's taking L's. Taking L's is important. You have to fail because that's
taking L's is just a lesson.
It's just a lesson.
Hell yeah, Ghost Fire. I was just thinking about that today. I was thinking like, man, I really fucked up a couple times before. You know what I'm saying? You have those kind of like them blackouts every now and then. You're like, man, I really, I was down bad that day. But then I was listening to that shit. I was like, you know what? It was just a lesson. I haven't been that down bad in a minute. So
I thought I told you that it was just a lesson.
It's just a lesson. So.
You know the times I be thinking about like the awkward stuff I do around girls or like the awkward shit I said. I was like,
that one time, like, man, I wore that. I thought I was so swagged out that night. Why'd I wear the visor upside down backwards?
Oh, I thought I was so cool.
Damn.
Why did I say that to a girl?
No, it's fire.
Yeah,
get
but I was like,
chills, like,
but now I don't do that unless
your sound is definitely super unique though, man.
Thank you.
Honestly, I was like trying to compare it to really anyone, and it's
I was pulling a bunch of different people together. I got like a good Maxo Mako Cream vibe.
Wow.
You ever peep Maxo Cream?
I know
before?
Max. I think I heard.
You got to peep. I think that you'd get some, not maybe inspiration, but I feel like that's something like that was something you would vibe with.
For those that are watching or those that will be watching and don't know Patrick's son, this man is a creative. I would like to say genius because that taking L is a lesson. That's fucking genius as hell. He's like, I consider you, bro, like psychedelic rapper.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely like
it's not like the original like
TDE. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like
that shit's
like back in the day,
dude.
like I don't know, like the black hippie shit, like with you know what I'm saying, like Schoolboy,
Schoolboy, I love
that,
Schoolboy.
You know, like that whole crew, whatever. You know, like who else is Absol?
Absol.
Have you ever peeped Absol? You
I like Absol because Absol was with Earl and them.
So yeah, like definitely that type of vibe. And I was peeping, and I was like, this is definitely I need this definitely like this change of pace, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to my music taste.
It's almost like it was like almost like cleansing your palate a little bit.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when I was coming up, a lot of people was like
a nice little refresher on the webpage. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. It's good for the head. You know, it gets you all reorganized and shit.
When I was coming up, a lot of people was telling me that you sound like Mick Jenkins.
And
I've never heard a Mick Jenkins song in my life. Mick Jenkins. Mick Jagger. No, Mick Jenkins. People was like, you sound like Mick Jenkins. And I'm like,
Mick Jenkins. I can see that. Mick Jenkins. I can also see like Sir Michael Rocks too.
But I'm glad people hear me and go like, I don't know, like you don't sound like nobody,
fire, bro.
That's
like,
what I want.
That shit's fire.
I appreciate that.
And I hope more people like start listening to you and stuff and start like appreciating that because I mean you know you get like the regular rapper or whatever like doing whatever, but no, your shit's definitely it's fire, man.
Yeah, and I just it's an audience for everybody.
Yeah,
and I have to. I had to get out of this thing where I didn't because I was hesitant at first to be like, I don't know if I rapped and people ain't gonna fuck with me because I'm talking about
and I feel like just marketing itself is so difficult nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I mean because now we have like obviously like Apple Music and like Spotify, which Spotify is like I want to say it's like a little bit easier to find new artists, but Apple Music I feel like it's kind of hard to find new artists on Apple Music. Spotify, like back in the day it was just straight like SoundCloud, you know what I'm saying, like fuck it, whatever, like you would find new shit all the time.
Also random like top 100 or top 25 rap or whatever at the time. It was always like Lil Pump,
bro, it's always shit, bro,
X. You know, like Ski Mask, like somebody's gonna have a song on there and it was gonna go, go crazy. And now, like you go on there, it's like, who the fuck is bro, these motherfuckers? That's
what I'm saying. But
or maybe we're just old. Maybe they're popular.
Exactly.
But no, honestly though, like on the flip side, like on Apple Music, bro, like I feel like it's so hard to find even like rappers that are
that shit, bro. You gotta get Spotify.
I did, and that was my point. Like I was coming to my point. I'm officially a Spotify head now.
I'm Spotify too now.
First first day on Spotify today, the fucking shit
Apple
crashes,
Music, count
bro.
your days.
The fucking shit crashes. The first day on Spotify today, the shit crashes. Like
your Spotify crashed?
well, it was. I guess it was like everywhere. I don't know. Because I looked it up on Twitter, and it was like if you exit the app, like the song would only play like 15 seconds.
What? Damn, bogus.
Bro, I was like, it's my first fucking day now, but I haven't fucking with it though. I haven't fucking with it.
Spotify is the shit, man.
Yeah.
Spotify is the fucking.
And they got like podcasts and shit on there. Dope as hell.
Exactly. Yeah, they got
we should
way
start
more.
We should low-key upload.
Put this bitch on here. Yeah,
Spotify getting this. Yeah, I might cancel my Apple Music and go straight to Spotify.
No, I literally.
yeah, you get the videos and everything on there too.
Yeah,
Fire.
it's dope. Everything.
It's dope.
But you don't get the lyrics. That's the only thing.
They put the lyrics up now. They just had an
Oh,
update.
really?
They literally just updated it today. Yeah.
Oh my god! No way! We gotta go. I want to learn every lyric of every song. Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, you gotta put your lyrics on there now.
Yeah, bro.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's what.
Unless it does it for
Is that like hard to do? Like putting lyrics up on like a streaming service or
No, it's not hard. It's just I was going to.
consuming maybe.
Nah, because I have all my lyrics on my phone. I
Okay.
just because I was going to do it for Godly.
Okay.
I ended up. I mean, I can still do it. It's not like I can't do it anymore. All you got to do is just make sure it's a right. The format is right, and you just upload it.
Okay,
and I
for
think
sure.
that's really it. But I have the lyrics. I just have to send it to my manager because he takes care of all that shit.
Right,
Shout out
right.
Equine.
Yeah.
Shout out Equine.
Shout out Equine.
Definitely trying to link up if he. Well, honestly,
Get-
if he's trying to get on, I would like to. If he's trying to get on the show too, definitely.
Get him on.
Would love to get him on. Would love to link up for a show too. We would love to be a vendor over there too. You know what I'm saying? Something like
That was
that.
another thing I was gonna bring up. Like, do you have any shows coming up like anytime soon? I know it's winter. I know summer is just over, so like fest and shit is kind of done.
Kinda
with, but,
dying
like,
down.
What's
But definitely
in, like,
shows in the winter though. Winter
what's
like
in
it's
the vault?
kind of popping a little bit.
So in the vote, as of right now, I don't have anything planned in terms of a show.
We should put
right
on
now.
a show.
We should put on.
I should put on a show.
That'd be
We should
fire.
do like a little
Have we?
rent out a little place.
That'd be
Yeah,
Beach
fuck
fire.
it.
Chaps, Patrick's son, Sebastian Peace,
Mikey.
Mikey,
That'd be
and
fire.
we can do something crazy.
Fucking bro, if we were to get Maximo on that bitch, fucking bring hella people.
Oh my god, half rap.
D-Flow.
Damn, yeah.
That'd be fire.
That'd go
Yeah.
crazy, but yeah, definitely you be on that bitch for sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate
We'll stamp your ass on
and
there.
I'm coming. I'll be there for sure. But in
That'd
terms
be
of
raw, so
in terms of a show now, like not at the moment, but I'm open to do any
How
type
does
of
that
shows.
how does
man.
that work? Is that you that is like on the lookout to get
This-
bookings, or is that more like your manager
Manager,
side
yeah.
type?
Manager? So Equine takes care. He's diligent, and that's why I put the faith into him to do that. Because, like I said, I just started getting into the
Right.
industry, so I don't know how to
And
even.
that's
you
I
know,
mean
type
I guess it was kind of like a good and bad, because you keep like I keep remember that you saying that you're more of an introvert, and it makes sense because you started doing rapping once COVID hit, so you like shows is probably like the last thing you were worried about. You know what I'm
That's-
saying?
you know what,
Like,
that's
I-
unless you
crazy.
weren't scared
Yeah.
of COVID,
Yeah,
you know what
true
I'm saying?
that,
Like
true
some
that.
people
I
just
wasn't
didn't give a
fucking
fuck.
scared of that shit. I had it, and I was like,
I had
this
it
ain't
too,
shit.
Bro,
I
I
wasn't
have not
bad
had
at
it.
all.
No,
I have
I'm
not had it.
Did you lose your smell and
I didn't
taste?
lose. It was like a regular cold.
Really? Oh my
'Cause I always
god!
get
They
sick, so-
diagnosed you though. They diagnosed you with COVID.
So this is what happened. Remember when before they shut the shit down? Everybody was getting. They was like, "This is a new virus going
Right,
out.
right,
You might
right.
catch this shit. It's called COVID."
Right.
At that time, I immediately got sick. But I always get sick.
Oh,
It was
shit.
around like February, but I always get sick around
Right,
my
right,
birthday.
right.
So I ain't think nothing of it.
Right,
but I
right.
knew for sure because the symptoms. I'm like, I had
Probably
that
have
shit.
it type.
Yeah, but I was just like,
It's whatever.
it's whatever, nigga. I got a good immune system. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself, COVID.
No, I completely lost my smell, my taste, bro. I can't do. It
can't
wasn't
do
even fun to
shit.
eat, bro. Like,
No way,
Damn, really?
You literally have no idea, like,
No
what not
fucking
tasting
way,
food does.
bro.
You were like, I don't even want to eat. You know, because you can't taste it. You know what I'm saying?
You
So I
don't
was
even
like,
want to eat.
my
Damn.
mom bought me some wings, bro. I was like, you cannot taste. It was nothing. Like, I got the hot ones too. And
Just give me the fucking
your
blazing ones.
nose. It still burns, like, because you know when you sniff the hot
Right,
sauce,
right.
whatever, it like wakes you
Yeah,
up the
the
vinegar or whatever.
sinuses, yeah.
But when you bit it, it was nothing. It was just
nothing.
hot. Just like just temperature wise, you couldn't taste. I was like, oh my god, do you drink anything pop? You can't taste it. Just water. So all you really want to eat is just nothing. So I was actually eating kind of healthy, like just like.
Fucking, I can't even eat this shit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
like
drinking
the shit
water.
is straight fucking spinach,
That's what
broccoli,
I was saying. I
no
was like
dressing.
literally just like every day, like I was like taking like 2 shots or 3 shots, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I'm gonna like be miserable, I'm gonna be kind of fucked up too.
Damn. You
So,
know
I
what?
mean-
I have to quick intervention. I have to use the bathroom again.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem.
Part of the show when it's live. You know, humans gotta piss sometimes.
Go ahead.
No,
I'll be back.
quick intermission.
Quick intermission, please. I was working out. I had so much water.
Damn, Adrian's me and you time.
Want to be me and you time?
Who you trying to impress with all that flex? Thought I told you that an L is just a lesson. Thought I told you that I'm next and I'm the best.
I'll be cool with just me and you time right now for a second.
Let's do it.
I hope they're not freaked out that some big old dude is upstairs. Just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna use the bathroom right now.
Yeah. So what was your weekend like, Adrian? What'd you do this weekend?
My weekend doesn't even matter. You should talk about what you.
Well, let me start off then.
Yeah. Oh, funny you asked.
That show was crazy. For those of you guys that don't know, it was my birthday weekend this past weekend.
Hey!
Turned
Shit.
26 years old. 26.
Gotta give you your proper horns.
Can you believe that, bro? 26 years old.
26 years old.
I do.
You do, man. You need it. Hey, but grown boy, 26.
Grown
happy
boy.
birthday again. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. But no, 26, fucking 26th birthday. You know me. Had to go all out. Fucking hit up EDC VIP. Fucking fire, bro.
VIP?
EDC
Did the whole
VIP.
crew have VIP?
Everyone had VIP, bro.
How much was that?
It wasn't, bro.
Not bad, right? Wasn't everybody trying
to,
to like give up their tickets or
bro?
something?
Yeah,
for it?
it was like honestly for the VIP 3 days, it was like $380. That's like
not bad
less
at
than
all.
the Lala ticket, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That is
like,
for real, less than the Lala ticket.
Like, so I was like, fuck it, let's go VIP. 100% worth it, bro. Skip the fucking fat ass lines to get in. And obviously it's like EDC, so it's like a shitload of people there to begin with. Bro, they like cut off like a section like right in front. You just walk in that bitch any time of the day, right in front, bro. You could literally fucking see the DJ.
Your
performing,
section, right?
Like the VIP section.
Yeah,
And there's like different stages. So like there's different VIP sections for every different stage. Bro, one of the stages that I went to, the fucking VIP section was inside of the stage.
Oh yeah,
So I was like,
it was behind the
I was like-
turntables. You
I was
get one song.
I was like, bro, you literally could not get any closer to the fucking DJ performing. Like, that shit was insane, bro. That shit was so crazy.
That's who I'm on the phone with.
Who that?
It's Equan.
Oh,
Equan.
hey,
Equan.
shouts out.
But yeah, no, that shit was crazy, bro.
Back from the bathroom, did everything go well?
Everything went well.
Yeah.
Wash my hands.
Anybody give you any issues?
No, not at all.
Good,
man.
because I'd go up there and I start cracking
That's what happens when you work out. You got to stay hydrated, man. You got to drink a
feel
lot
that,
of
bro.
water.
I
Just
feel
gotta
that,
piss
man.
sometimes. Shout out Equan, man. Hi. Got
What up,
Equan
bro?
out here.
Podcast. I'm seeing you walk on into the.
He on a delay.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. Got the boys here, shit like
going
that.
on?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What up?
Good.
What up, bro? Well, it's good that he's been talking about you all podcast, so
I have.
good to actually see. I tapped in with you a couple days ago or last week about your show, whatever, trying to get on. So next time we're definitely trying to link up.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
The next event I have, I definitely make sure I invite y'all out.
No, definitely.
That was kind of like a last minute sloppy show. So when
For
I
sure,
was putting
for sure.
people together, you know, it was kind of not the one in September, the one in October on Halloween.
So yeah.
But
Man, let's get.
last minute thing. But I'm planning on having one like February, March. So I'll definitely.
No, hell yeah, we're definitely
We'll be there, man.
Yeah, be here.
be there.
Excited for that, and excited for what you got for this guy over here too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hell yeah. This man's different, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
The truth, man. You fire.
Hell yeah,
For real.
Yeah.
But
All
nah,
right, man.
Stupid fire.
We're going back to the interview, man. I'll hit you up.
Hey, I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
I bet. Quick little cameo from the boy, from the big boss man. Big boss man.
Hopefully he's taking care of you and stuff, man.
Yeah.
Which it kind of looks like. I mean, you seem like you trust him and stuff. That seems like, bro.
Dude, so like I said before, like I met him like before the EP came
Just
out,
started
man.
showing love.
Yeah, and like I said, it was really dope to be kind of like validated
Right,
to
right.
a certain point, because it's like, it's only so like I believe that I could do it. I believe I have the confidence, but he really did push, like, gave me a decent audience enough to I could be like, okay, I know that I'm not tweaking when I'm doing this shit. I know I'm not, you know, I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and he has been nothing short of just the best manager I could ever have. Just the best. That's fine. The best, like, in terms of like a friend, man. Like, it's been really good to be around the people that I've been with. It's just Lou, Dave, all the guys and shit like that. I got nothing but flowers for him, man. And like I said, I got nothing but admiration and love for respect, like all of them, especially when it comes to Nico, man. Like, cause I fuck with him. I fuck with him like his music and shit like that when I was just coming up.
We're trying to get him on the show. We tried to get him on a couple weeks ago, but obviously he's been busy. You know what I'm saying? His birthday just passed. Yeah, his EP or his whatever.
His EP came out.
Yeah, his EP dropped, whatever. So he's busy. So
dude, he's a busy motherfucker, man. Yeah,
but we will get him on. We're definitely trying to get him on.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be busy. If you're not busy, like,
then what are you doing?
Yeah, because I feel like it be times I be in the crib, like I feel like I should like do something. Like I need to be doing something,
shit, bro.
Because I don't feel like
even if it's the gym, bro. Even if it's a gym, you're busy. You know what I'm saying?
Staying busy,
bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're working towards something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're working, like, you setting a goal, you're working towards something, then yeah, like, stay busy like that.
Just stay focused, man.
Like, if you're on the game all day, like, you better be playing to be
get some money or something.
For a tournament or something.
Right, it don't matter.
You better be playing 5 hours a day just be getting clapped up.
Right, playing all that goddamn 2K, better get a tournament.
Going 2 and 27 every game.
Right.
Yeah, just getting your ass clapped up.
Because I used to be big into video games, but then it was like,
that's what I say. Were you a big video game head?
Huge video game head, man.
Tell, not like, but just like the way that, like, the fact that, like, we're all into, like, the wrestling, whatever, the introverted type, personality normally comes hand in hand with, like, some video games, whatever. It does, like, because you're definitely on the fucking game because you don't want to be fucking
exactly. So remember back in the day, they would make video games out of all the movies, every fucking wrestling thing. Remember, I remember that shit. And I would always play that shit. I remember I had the PlayStation. My shit is the PlayStation. I ain't never fucked with Xbox.
Hey, I was PlayStation gang too.
PlayStation gang, man. Like, it's the best. It's just the best console. First of all, this is the thing about Xbox. First of all,
what the fuck is a red ring?
Exactly. Go fuck yourself with your red ring.
That was so long ago. First and foremost, the new Xbox X is so crazy.
Man, look, this is all I'm gonna say about PlayStation.
I fuck with the computer,
PlayStation has not only all the games that Xbox does, but better exclusive PlayStation games. Spider-Man, God of War, like
God
that's true. I don't even need to say anymore. Come on, now.
God of War is fire.
I don't even play. Nothing. I play the computer, so I can play everything.
All right, you gotta say,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's another PC gaming is different than console gaming, so that's a whole.
Did Xbox even like ever like sell out like the PS5 did? Like, were people struggling to get that?
They're both sold out right now.
They're both sold out.
The Xbox and I mean whatever. I mean. The Xbox, the exclusives are pretty decent. I mean, Halo just came out, and I mean that bitch is looking pretty decent.
Yeah, true that.
Halo has been.
This new one though, you know, it's looking pretty deep. You've been watching, but I've been watching some YouTube videos.
But Halo is just like any Call of Duty that you can play. It's not. Halo is not that good of an exclusive game for the Xbox. It doesn't compare to God of War.
Yeah, bro, God of War is fucking fire, bro.
I guess I don't play games like that.
You gotta fucking play God of War.
Ratchet and Clank.
Crash
Bandicoot too. Come on.
I just like
that shit's fire.
I just like going on multiplayer and yelling at him, throwing grenades at him.
That's fair. Yeah. Then you
I gotta get back. I want to get back into my video game and shit, man. I fucking bought the PS5 and like maybe played it like.
We used to be 20 times. Used to be big Fortnite heads.
We used to be big at the crossplay, bro. That was the best thing that they could have fucking.
We were trying to play like
we were in that.
I never got into Fortnite.
Never.
I had my homie who.
Everybody had a Fortnite.
My homie tried to get me into Fortnite so bad, and I was just not having it. I'm just like, I don't. But first of all, I'm not really good at shooting games either.
See, so yeah, you're.
I'm just like.
Do you like play Kingdom Hearts and shit?
I would rather play that. I don't think I've ever played Kingdom Hearts though. Actually,
yeah, but no, yeah,
that's a shame.
I'm definitely a big fucking shooter head, and I like Left 4 Dead and shit. But I also like. You ever play RuneScape when you were a kid?
RuneScape.
It's like World of Warcraft. You ever play World of Warcraft?
No.
Like RPG games or anything like that?
I like RPG games, but I wasn't into World of Warcraft.
Oblivion or anything like that?
I think the closest I've came to any game like
Skyrim?
that was like the Avengers Alliance, like
Skyrim's
X-Men. But I never played like Skyrim.
Deo's a big FIFA head.
I'm a huge FIFA head.
FIFA?
I love FIFA.
I played FIFA once and got my ass
fuck
whooped.
people up in FIFA, bro. Like, if anyone wants to get fucked, anyone watching wants to get fucked up in FIFA, fucking add me, man.
$100 games,
bro.
$100 games.
Yeah, bro. I'll fuck people
Dude, we
up.
was in the
If
army.
you're in the chat right now and you're good at FIFA, $100 games.
Let's run it, bro.
Name in the chat. Mass Attack.
AIT, and we would play. We would play for money. Play 2K and FIFA, and people would play FIFA. It was crazy. I think I've seen more FIFA games than any other game.
That shit
ever.
is nuts, bro. That
It's
shit's
crazy.
It's because it's worldwide,
Fun
bro.
as
People
fuck.
don't.
That's what it
believe
is,
in me, bro.
worldwide.
Like, soccer is a worldwide fucking sport, and it's kind. Well,
This one's for Africa.
It's bro. It got to the point, bro. They made like their own video game for that tournament. It was like FIFA, like Africa World Cup, whatever.
Damn.
Like, it was just that fucking tournament.
I think I got a crazy FIFA game. It was like FIFA
Street,
like 2000,
bro. Like, that shit
2006
was,
They have
Brazil.
FIFA Street?
they got FIFA Street, bro. That shit.
They
is
made Street.
fucking
They made a Street
raw,
version
bro.
of FIFA,
bro.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
never
bro.
know. That's the
Used to be the game breakers in that bit, bro. That I used to
damn
take people's ankles, bro.
Oh
That
my
shit was
God.
nuts.
Bro, I swear to God, I've never knew they made a Street FIFA.
Yeah, bro.
Slugfest?
That
You ever
shit's
played
fire.
Slugfest before?
No,
Nah,
The
never
baseball
even
one? No.
no.
Never
I
played
played
Slugfest?
backyard
No.
baseball.
Damn, backyard baseball is fire, but Slugfest
Baseball, I remember
was. It was
baseball.
just like fucking. What is it like NFL Street whatever
NBA Street, yeah.
NBA Street whatever. It was just like that. Like you were like if you hit a guy like too many times, like he'll like you go on fire and
Right.
shit. Yeah, crazy home runs. Like it was like one of those
Yeah.
games with those stupid fire. I
that's the
miss those,
difference.
man. I miss those.
I think that's the difference between coaches, because it's like I swear to, I've never even heard of FIFA Street, but I
Right.
knew NBA Street, NFL
Right,
Street.
right.
I thought that was the only streets that they made.
Nah, they definitely got FIFA Street, bro. That shit was fucking fire. I
That's
used to
fucking
stay up
crazy.
till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Fucking got school the next day and shit.
Talking
Oh,
about
my
NFL
God.
for a second. Did you guys see that video that came out of former running back?
I fucking did
Zach
actually,
Stacy?
bro. I did.
Oh yeah, I saw it on World
That
Star.
was effed up.
That's
to say
the worst
least.
thing I've ever seen. Well, I mean, I
he
see
literally
pretty
like
fucked up
threw
stuff, but
his girl, bro.
But, like,
It looked
it's-
like a movie. Like
but she was like, it's so scary because I would have been fucking crying.
Yeah,
if that
bro, I
happened.
would've-
She had played so cool. Like he literally slammed her through the
That wasn't the
fucking
first
baby
time.
bouncing, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, just chill out." Like, how?
Yeah.
What do you mean, yo? Just chill out?
because it's not
He
the
just-
first time.
The
True
TV,
that,
the
true
TV
that.
just broke
Bruce
in
broke.
half. He broke you like he literally threw you to
Threw
the
you to
stage.
the
He was like,
fucking-
"Oh
yeah.
no!" I was like, "I would literally been
That's
screaming."
Yeah, bro.
That's the thing, is that's not the first time,
Yeah,
because she was
bro.
so.
I wonder how. Do you think she like set that camera up to like record it?
There had,
type?
I mean, it's probably like the
Had to
house
be.
camera, but I mean,
Just-
she
she
had
just
it
leaked
in
it.
the
It was
back
a-
of her
it was- I
mind.
think it was a
She's
house
like,
camera.
It's gonna save me one day or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, it has to be a house cam, because it was different angles and different sections.
Yeah, but I mean, it's his crib. Like he doesn't know
Is
that.
it?
It's not,
I didn't.
or
I
damn.
didn't even know if it
Yeah,
was just her
true
crib
that,
or not
true
or
that, true
anything.
that.
I didn't know if
That's
they lived
fucking
together
crazy.
or not. I knew it was
It's
his
sad.
baby mama, but
It's sad because
no,
it
that
always
shit's
seems
effed
like
up.
it's the NFL players doing shit like that.
Bro,
you know
and it's
what I'm
that
saying?
CTE shit, man.
It is.
It's
That's
that
what it
CTE.
is.
They're not right after their
Get all
out of
them hits to
league,
the
bro.
brain,
Like,
bro.
that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but it's American entertainment.
I guess it was because I was watching the video. I was just like it looks like an action movie. How he was throwing
No,
it with
he
such
was
philosophy. I
throwing-
was
oh
like,
my
holy
god, that was
shit.
like when the Hulk picked up fucking.
Yeah, it was just swinging like Loki, and
Yeah.
just, I'm like,
Not to
God
make a joke
damn,
out of it or
dude.
anything, but it was.
Nah, you're right, but it's like
But
it was so disturbing that you gotta like dude, like, damn, nigga, like, shit, can you
Yeah,
chill?
no,
nigga?
that shit was wild. I just saw that video before, like I came in here and I was like, damn, people are just out here doing crazy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Especially like my thing is like
That was fucked
all that
up.
bread and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But like
He's
that's
a
what I'm
farmer. I
saying.
don't
Like
even think he has that bread anymore.
he at one point he was pretty decent, but it's been a while since he played. Whatever. He played in college in 2012, so I think he graduated,
yeah.
or I think he went to the league in 13 or 14. So I think he only had like 4 years in there. You know what I'm saying? And like,
man, I don't know. Maybe he's just had like bad management or whatever. But like, if I'm getting that type of bread, bro, like I'm securing my shit. First thing I'm doing is like investing in fucking
In
real
milk
estate.
coin?
That's
bro.
the real. That's
real
the best
estate.
thing to do,
MILF
yeah.
coin.
MILF coin. That's I'm
MILF
going-
coin. MILF coin.
everybody, I own 2 million MILF coin.
I got 3 million MILF coin.
In a matter of no time, I'll be the richest man on earth.
MILF coin. Oh my! Is that a real or is that
Yes,
made up?
MILF coin.
I was gonna say you need to trademark that thing.
No, that's an actual crypto coin.
It's fucking crypto for everything. I'm gonna make my own crypto coin. Sun coin.
You can.
Make the sun coin.
Yeah, sunfish coin.
Sunfish coin. Starfish coin. The Patrick Star coin.
That shit's crazy though, for real.
You guys playing fantasy?
Fantasy football.
I wanted to, but I never got around to it. No.
You been down bad? How you been doing?
How you been doing?
Bro, I've been going on. I think I've gone on like a fucking 6-game losing streak.
A 6-game losing streak? Are you last?
Like, you've been to miss the playoffs.
No, I'm not.
Bailey's in last, right? Or no?
I don't know, actually.
Or is he good in that league?
Honestly,
I know he's failing in one of his leagues.
I think I might be like fucking 4th or 5th, bro.
If you're on a 6-game losing streak and you're 4th,
bro, my thing. No, listen to me though. I want. Listen, bro. I went on like a 4-game win streak. Maybe my fucking games are off. But
you're up and down, whatever. I mean,
I just know I went on like a 4-game win streak, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking top of the table, whatever. Like I'm chilling. Fucking fat ass losing streak right after that, bro.
All I know is right now. Oh shit! I got Boyo this week. He's 10-0.
Yeah, I'm 4-6.
Our buddy Brandon.
10-0.
4-6. I'm 6-4.
Is this in four? That's not bad.
I'm in second place. I'm playing Boyle this week.
Wow, bro. See, this is I'm down so bad. I didn't know fucking Cordell Patterson was gonna be out, and I fucking played him.
Damn, another week.
Another week
down bad.
Well, that's what it is. That's what it is about fucking fantasy. Like, if you're not like up to date with that shit, bro, you just get smacked around.
Yeah, man, and I don't like to gamble or do all that shit. I just don't. I went to Vegas.
Fucking does.
Yeah, I went to Vegas. I
I'm gonna stop until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's when everything fucking starts again.
Yeah, I didn't do anything today, so I'm good. I can wait till tomorrow. So
yeah, good, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill. I'm actually going to Vegas next month.
Really?
For my girl's birthday, so probably fucking gamble over there.
Man, gee, that's one thing I didn't do. Is just gamble or do none of that shit. Which is actually,
you should make an account, get a FanDuel account, just put like $10 in there and just put on the Bulls, and if they win, it turns into 20. You'd be like, whoa. I did not really did that with $1,000.
You do FanDuel.
And then
do not
you're
do
like,
that, bro. Do not do that.
Because you're like, oh my god, I can be a millionaire overnight, man. If I just do that one day, but
if it's too good to be true, I ain't taking it.
But do you watch sports like that? Or?
I love, I watch. I've been watching the Warriors. Because Steph is. If he don't get MVP, I'm never watching basketball again.
So if you watch the Warriors, then and you know what I'm saying, bet on the Warriors or bet against the Warriors. If you know, hey man, they can't beat them, or oh man, they're gonna clap up the fucking like the Rockets. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Like,
I can't wait till Clay and Wiseman come back.
I feel like basketball is such a hard sport to bet on, bro. It's like such back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you have to really be on point in terms of your analytics, man, because it could really go.
There's been a lot of
upsets. Speaking about analytics. I was telling you and you how we were I was over at EDC this past weekend. Fuck, you know who I saw? You know who I fucking saw? I had to see him. Fucking Shaq. He's like a fucking
Diesel.
He's a DJ.
Diesel,
yeah.
Bro.
He was DJing?
Bro, he was like he was like one of the main people fucking DJ, and motherfucker showed out for his ass, bro.
Oh yeah,
and
he was like, isn't he like a dubstep?
Yeah,
DJ?
he's like a dubstep DJ and shit. It was like a little bit out of like I'm usually more of like I like going to like the house music shows and shit, but you know I'll do dubstep. My girl fucking loves the dubstep. Whatever, I'll pull up, and it's Shaq. Like you know what I'm saying? Like when the fuck are you gonna see Shaq throwing down a fucking set?
I love Shaq.
Fucking
Shaq
pulled up
great.
to Shaq, bro. One of the rawest fucking sets I've ever been to in my life, bro. I'm not even kidding, bro.
Pre-recorded, he's just doing that.
His fucking visuals, bro, funny as hell. It's like just like all the shit that it's like a futuristic city. Like you're just going through a futuristic city, and it's like all of the shit that he owns, like Papa John's, fucking like just all fucking the Shaq smoothie, whatever, like just a whole bunch of like random shit. Funny as hell, bro. And then like he's just like on the mic, like, "Are you fucking ready, guys?"
Yeah,
fucking deep ass voice,
Shaq
big as hell. He's like, "Let's fucking go." And then like some dude's like, I don't know, he like points out some dude. He's like, "You see, you over there? I'm gonna get you." And he fucking steps out, bro. Like gets out of his DJ booth and just starts mosh pitting with everybody, bro.
That's fucking dope.
Insane.
I definitely gotta go to a
DJ
Diesel show.
I gotta go to I gotta go to a Shaq DJ
that
show.
Shit was fucking insane. But my question, the reason why I brought that up, my question is, how in the hell is this man managing like all his time. Like he's a fucking full-time job at ESPN. Owns like a whole bunch of like every fucking like fast food place pretty much.
He's got a lot of Papa John's and he's got
JC
does like commercials and shit, bro.
General,
but he's got like a lot of people like managing his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
fucking finds time to throw a fucking EDC set, bro. That shit was insane,
dude. I don't know how he does it, but hats off. Whatever he does, I hope he makes a book and find a blueprint.
Bro,
we can find this blueprint.
That man is a walking
at least like
check.
700 mil.
That man is a walking
he has
check.
to. 500 mil. He has to be.
My thing is though, it's like, do you think he tells his homies like his basketball homies like, yo, like come through to my show type? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think they just be like, yo, Xxbabydeo, like, Shaq said fucking EDC. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I got a show out here, EDC.
I'm at EDC. Come through.
He's like, I'm in the main stage at 3 o'clock, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine their group chats and shit. Like, because you gotta have group chats. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking Shaq and shit.
Yeah,
funny as hell, bro.
You would think, right? You would think.
No, but I saw an interview and he was saying how like performing at the reason why he does it is because performing at like a show is the closest thing that brings him back to how he would feel like after he would win a game. So like that energy, he's like that's the closest he's ever felt to feeling that feeling of winning like a game and everyone's like cheering you on. That's like what he compared it, which I think is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that. That's crazy. Yeah,
but
Shaq Diesel.
Shout out Shaq.
Shout out Shaq. You linked up with other WIU gang?
Yeah, I linked up with Alex McClain there. It was a plan to link up like the whole time. So she's also like another like festival goer. So it was dope, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a good ass time.
Fire.
And it was cool because like the resort that I stayed at was it was like all super really well organized. It was like a resort where they had like pre-parties and after shows after the festival was over, and they also had shuttles from the hotel to the festival and then back to the hotel.
So you're good.
So we were fucked up the whole time.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
I gotta worry about shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
fuck that.
That's so raw. I can't. Yeah,
like we would just go back. Like, we would like hit the fest, come back to our hotel, shower, and then at our hotel is where like the next party would be at. So it was fire, bro. It was so
dope as fuck, man.
So fire.
Good shit. I need to go to a fucking.
But I don't know if I would ever travel for like a show again, because that was a lot, dude. I came back like exhausted. Like my manager was like, "Oh, like, you probably feel like refreshed, whatever. You took your little vacation." I'm like, "No, if anything, I fucking feel worse."
Yeah. Isn't that the thing? Like, like when you come in, like, oh man, I party my ass off. You're like, oh yeah, you don't ask for another fucking.
Yeah, it's like no,
day out for a while. I hope you're all juiced up.
Yeah, no, bro. It's like I actually feel worse than when I left, like by a lot, like 10 times.
Like, how was your vacation? I mean, it was awesome. I feel like ass right now.
Like shit right now.
Like I could use another one just to get over this one, but I know I just used up all my PTO.
Right.
So now I gotta go to work.
That ass. Yeah. Literally how it be going.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I'll be going to LA with Pashi next week.
Yeah, that's fire though. That's fire.
Link up with Mikey.
What are you doing? What are you doing out in LA?
Fucked around. I don't know exactly. I think he just invited me.
Are you guys just like straight vacay or like out there working type? Or
I think it might be both.
A little bit of both.
I don't want to. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Right, I think we're going to shoot a video out there. But
that's dope.
Don't quote me on that. Right. But it'll be cool because it was funny about going to LA and Vegas. The first time I ever went to Vegas and LA, I had the worst time.
Really?
The worst time because, and it's crazy. I made Toju right after. I made Toju during my trip in LA. And I think it came from the fact that I was trying to be, as an artist, I was trying to find like, okay, I know I want to be this, but like what am I representing? And I think the song came from just, I think I was going out there for all the wrong reasons, trying to stun on motherfuckers. I'm like, look what I'm doing. I'm not even doing shit. I was out there broke. I barely had money for McDonald's. Like, I wasn't doing what people who go to LA to do, and that wasn't the thing that I was trying to do. So it was like, if I ever go back, I want to go and like do something, like do some work or something like that. That was the thing. I was like, I don't want to shit on motherfuckers, and like I don't want to be that artist that be like,
that ain't righteous.
That ain't righteous. You know what I'm saying?
Not righteous.
Not right. Trying to stun on motherfuckers or just do shit like that. Like that's not why I got into it. I got into music because I thought that I have a really good skill and a really good talent, and it can take me somewhere where I can live off and I can help my family. Live off the things that I love to do. Where I don't, you work. This is work. So I want to do something that I can work, and it's just not a job. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like I'm losing myself into this job. I'm doing what I love to do. So Told You was really the thing that kind of shaped that trip to LA, and Told You really kind of shaped my artistry in terms of like what's important to me, not only as an artist but as a human, and as a as a son to a mother and a son to a father, like making sure that I do what I need to do to help them flourish and before they leave. Because
of course,
but I want to make sure that their son is, they want to be proud of something before they get to, go to the next life after this. So,
what do you speaking about the next life? What do you do? You have thoughts of what the next life is? Like, where do you think it's just like kind of like, do people come back, or do you think there's like an afterlife, or do you think it's like heaven, hell? Like, what are your opinions on that?
My opinion on life after death, I think this might be something to reincarnation, because energy cannot be destroyed. It's going to be transferred. So, and I believe that the soul is the thing that kind of gears. That's who you really are. Like, you're the flesh. Like, this is what I am. But who are you really? Like, and that's something that I think you get the answers from your soul. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know necessarily if you come back as like a bug or anything, but you might come back. You might go to your energy might go to another dimension.
I want to come back as a monster truck.
I want to come back as liquid death.
Like Grave Reaper, like the Reaper, like the Grave Digger.
Yeah.
That one, like the most,
go to
like
a monster
the
truck show. I never been.
That's like the most famous monster truck. I want to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'll be scared of the monster truck.
So you
I can only hope though.
You're saying that you think energy gets transferred.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you're saying that, because I was just watching this video on TikTok, and it was like this nurse that was talking about how.
Did you do this?
No, she didn't hit the
no.
She didn't hit the Band-Aid. But it was this nurse that was like she pretty much treats patients that are about to die and stuff, and
okay.
Like the hospice nurse?
Yeah, like the hospice nurse.
Yeah.
And she was saying how like something that she saw a lot with her patients that were almost about to die is that they would start seeing relatives, like the patients would start seeing relatives that had already died, kind of like getting them like, oh, like, all right, like, come on, let's go. So I like that life after death has always been like super curious to me, just because like, I mean, it's just like the unknown, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, as humans, like we're gonna be curious about that shit. So
because it's gonna happen, like,
right?
No one is
no one literally knows
in
what
the
the fuck
history
happens.
of the earth that we've been on. No one is cheated death.
Have you seen the OA on Netflix?
I have,
dude. That show is fire, bro.
The fucking shit. It's my fucking shit.
I'm so pissed they canceled that. Like, they didn't make a season after that. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is one of my top favorite fucking shows ever, bro. The Office. The OA.
The OA.
Check it out. It's fucking dope, man.
It's pretty much about like, you would say it's about life after death, right?
Yeah, it's about the
near-death experiences. That's what it's called.
Like yeah,
that shit's fucking nuts,
shit,
bro.
They canceled my shit. Like,
they still got Goosebumps on that job.
I'm saying, yo, like, what the fuck?
They canceled a bunch.
The Punisher.
The
Punisher was my.
Hey, this guy's
like the Punisher.
I fucking hate superhero movies to begin with.
You lying?
I will not hate, but I never got into any of them at all.
Really?
Yeah, like I've only seen maybe Iron Man 1 or something like that.
Have you seen Avengers Infinity War?
Yeah, hell no.
What? No.
Yeah, you crazy.
None of that.
Damn.
I've seen Doctor Strange.
You seen Doctor Strange, but you ain't seen Infinity War?
No, I haven't seen
Spider-Man?
like the one with the original one. Yeah, that one. Hell yeah.
I mean, who hasn't? Honestly,
You
have to do yourself a favor and watch Infinity War, because it's not only just it's a good movie.
I'm gonna do one movie a week.
Do it.
And I'll start.
Especially, bro, it's cold.
Maybe about
it's
a year.
cold, bro.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. Go ahead and pop that shit in.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We'll see what's going on. You know what I'm saying. I'm still normally on the. Well, yeah, maybe when I'm on the road, I'll watch a movie or something.
Yeah, just pop in the go in order and just.
But they're like 3 hours long each, so like even if I'm like, all right, I would have put a nice movie on right now at 9. Well, I gotta stay up till 11 or 12 o'clock, you know, before
You know what I was just saying on Twitter? How
wake up all.
I hate Black Panther. That movie stinks. It sucks.
What?
I
see. Then I don't even know what a good movie is because I saw Black Panther.
No, listen to me. I'm gonna tell you. Listen.
Oops, excuse me.
Good movie. It's hard to because it's a lot of times these Marvel movies are bad, but they are so hyped up that you think that they're good.
The CGIs are just crazy. Like all the effects and stuff.
Yeah, you
crazy.
get lost in
like,
you get lost in the
You're
event.
just mind blown.
But I watched Black Panther like
graphics.
twice, and I'm like, this movie sucks. It's not a good movie.
Really?
Like, and the effects are not that good. So I'm like, I can't. I think the only good thing about that movie is like Killmonger and the soundtrack. Everything else is total hog shit.
Why? But why though? Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you look at the movie, right? If you just analyze it from the start. First of all, Chadwick Boseman, who rest in peace, he's not doing a very good job at playing that character. He was a better.
Oh shit! I forgot he died.
He did. Yeah, he's a better T'Challa and better Black Panther in Civil War when he got introduced than an entire movie. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't. He wasn't very charismatic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these Marvel movies, you kind of have to depend on the character to make the character bigger than what they like. Robert Downey Jr. Even Thor, like they had to make Thor different so audience would go see his movies because Thor 1 and 2 sucked balls.
Yeah.
So they had to make them more fun so people can go see them.
Okay.
And Chadwick Boseman, I think he was a better better character in Civil War than anything else. And then the story didn't really like. You wanted me to believe that Killmonger kills T'Challa in like half the movie. Like no, that's the suspicion of disbelief. Like the movie's called Black Panther. He's not dead. I know he's coming back. Right, and then they come back very. It was a lot that's wrong. Like I don't know if I have time because I could really dive deep into the problems of that movie. I think it sucks, and people be like, "Man, G, like it's a black, support the." I'm like, nigga, I don't care about none of that shit. Like I watched it and it wasn't good. Like we can have the debate on you trying to talk me into how it is good, but I'll have a good debate on how I tell you that it's bad. And to me, it's just not a good movie.
I feel
it's not even in the top. It's not even in the top 20 Marvel. I can name 20 movies in Marvel MCU that's better than Black Panther.
Okay.
So if anybody puts it in, I'm like, nah, nigga, you either pandering or you just trying to be cool. Right. Because that's not a good movie, bro. It's just not a good movie. But support to all the I mean, it was a great the sentiment and the symbolism of the movie is I loved it. But in terms of a movie, just objectively, it's not a good movie.
Okay. Respect that. I respect that.
It was a good explanation.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. People be on the chat like, fuck you.
Hell no.
But I love a good, healthy debate because I think Equine told me like you're very opinionated. Like,
which is not a bad thing.
Nah. I don't talk a lot, but when I do get a chance to talk, I like to have some. Because I used to be the class clown, man. I used to be not taken serious. And I think that's why I have a really big chip on my shoulder. Is because I remember not being taken seriously. I remember people laughing at me. I remember, having to figure out, being okay with being an outsider and
like an outcast type.
Like an outcast and just be, fine with that. So a lot of times, like I said, I'm an only child, so it'll just be me that I'll just have to talk to, or it'll just be me just having to be comfortable with myself.
Or no one really telling you, like, what not to do.
What not to do, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother, before she passed, she was like, you really had to raise yourself for the most part of your early life because, like, no fault to my parents, but they had to work. So a lot of times I would come home and my either dad was there or he would leave and I would just be by myself. You know what I'm saying? Or I would just be chilling, or because I'm course, I'm not doing no homework. Like, fuck that shit.
Fuck
you. I'm watching fucking MTV.
Yeah, there's a frog in the back that's dying. I'm gonna go watch it.
Exactly. So like, it was a lot of times where, especially when I was just doing music, where I was just like, man, like I have a really big chip, and it's not like I want to. Because I make sure that I'm not shitting on anybody or trying to seem like I'm better than anybody. It's just more like I really want to be taken seriously nowadays, and I think is another reason why I kind of stopped doing comedy for a while. Which people told me I should start doing it again, or like just do it sometimes. But I wanted to get out of this idea that I was getting laughed at and not taken seriously. So. Would come with music, I wanted to show like not only am I taking it seriously, but nigga, I deserve to be here, and I'm like I deserve a spot here, and I deserve to be listened to, and when people ask me certain things, I have to be really on point on what I say, because I don't want people to be like, oh, this nigga, dismiss me or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So you can hear in a lot of my raps and a lot of my songs that very personal, very vulnerable, but also just a very like gritty sound, because I'm really just want people to just understand that I'm here now. I'm here, and I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot. Like I was just telling you, I got another project that I'm working on. I got some singles that's coming out, and I cannot wait, because one thing that I love about music is the evolution of it. I think Kanye West, there was a video where he was on the stage, and he was talking about how artists should always try to evolve in making music, and not be afraid to evolve and do certain other things. And I've been really tapping into just having a different sound while still staying true to who I am, and staying true to why I got into this. And I can't really wait, man. Like I said, I'm not even a year in making music yet, and the love that I've gotten and the support I've gotten, man, it's been kind of like overwhelming. I did not expect it to be what it is now, but I'm glad that it's here, and I'm glad that I'm thanking myself, because I'm glad that I took the opportunity to make the best out of them, because I could have fumbled it. You know what I'm saying? I could have been out here tweaking, not taking it seriously. But
no, it's good that you are. Where do you post most of your music? Is it strictly Spotify? Do you post more on
everywhere.
Twitter?
Any place that you can stream, I'm everywhere. I thought I was on Tidal. I was like, damn.
Oh shit, that's fire.
I'm like, damn.
You on LimeWire?
I probably am.
Yeah.
I'm on Apple Music, Patrick's Son, Apple Music, Spotify, fucking audiobook, or fucking I'm everywhere.
Are you which platform would you say you're most active on as far as social media goes?
I would say Instagram, and I would say Twitter.
Instagram and Twitter.
Twitter is where I like to. I have it now, because a lot of time I wasn't really big into social media, just because of what it could do to your psyche, what it could do to your mental. Like, you could start comparing yourself to other people, and one thing that I realize is all it is really just highlights of people just showing their highlights,
just kind of flexing all the time,
just flexing, and like a lot of times it's not even real. Like, you just,
it's crazy, right? Because it's like it kind of like disassociates you from what actual reality is.
Yes, exactly.
As far as social media goes, with like all these influencers and these like, honestly, sometimes even fucking fake accounts, like fucking bots are on there, like 24/7 and shit.
Yeah.
But what I was getting to is like, isn't it kind of crazy that like, have you heard of the metaverse, whatever it's called?
Yeah.
That's like taking it a whole nother level. It's making like, it's like virtual reality, like it's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it,
Evo,
bro.
like, remember that you used to make your avatar?
But you're like gonna be like fucking being able to move around and shit like that, and it's gonna be like an actual like virtual world.
Yeah,
that you're gonna be able to.
Yeah.
So like, imagine like if we think that like social media is
it's gonna be so bad. Imagine someone not letting you into their virtual house.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like, damn, like I came to the game to go into somebody's house, and they're still not letting me in.
Like, you're gonna like, people are gonna like want to go like clubbing, whatever, like in the virtual world, and it's like you gotta fucking wait in line.
I have the Oculus. I have the Oculus, so like it is the Facebook one, whatever.
Really?
So like,
Really?
Yeah, we should actually.
We should do that one.
We should do like next episode or something. But I have it, bro.
It's fucking wild.
It is wild.
I've never done that before,
you
bro.
can smoke cigarettes when it like I was like,
see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like we fucking get disassociated from reality off of social media, bro.
Yeah.
Like when that shit is going, like, you know, when it's in full effect, like the whole shit's working, like what the fuck is gonna happen?
Yeah, because Pornhub got an app on that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it's like you clapping people on there.
It's gonna be a lot of fucking weirdos that's gonna go.
And you're not even gonna know that they're weirdos because they're gonna look like, they're not gonna make themselves look like weirdos. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They're gonna make themselves look like the best version of themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, oh, look at this little squirrel at my house.
Bro,
it's just some fucking weirdo.
Not even that, bro. It's gonna be like creepo dudes, like dressing up, like making themselves as like females or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like as
probably, or just like
it's finna be,
or a kid. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
this is
some distracting.
The sad part is like growing up, because it was a time I was born in '95, so I grew up before the social media, and then we got to see social media evolve into what it is now. And
I think we fucking were born at like the fucking perfect time, bro.
Yeah.
You got
I believe so.
You see those the memes, like the Earth has been around for 4 million years, and you so happen to be around the same time as the pen.
Yeah,
it was like the vape pen or whatever, like the weed one, whatever. It was like, damn right, you know what I'm saying? Imagine that, like it'd been a coal worker, a coal miner in like the 1870s. Like you had nothing to get you by.
Fuck
what were you saying though about social? Like you said, we got to see social media evolve.
Yeah, we got to see like the evolution of even the culture of social media change, because at first it was just like, it wasn't as you know, it wasn't necessarily like a flex thing or anything that. It wasn't anything that you had to worry about your mental health. But I think it was like after a while, when you got older, you was like, man, I gotta get a certain amount of likes, so I'm not validated. I gotta do this, so I'm not validated. And it's like, I got to a point where I took a huge break from social media, because I'm just like, I don't fucking give a fuck about none of this shit. Like, honestly, I really just don't care about it enough to be on my phone all day worried about if somebody's liking my picture or who didn't share it or anything.
Yeah, because back in the day, it didn't really fucking matter about likes, like MySpace and shit. Like you weren't fucking worried about likes on your picture.
You was just having fun. You was just talking to people,
trying to make your page cool.
You put a picture. You put a picture of a Gatorade. A blue Gatorade or something, you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly,
and you, like that was like your post for the
the
post for
the matter, bro.
Like you posted, be like, what the fuck is he? What's he on?
What's he doing? But I think now, like, people now they make money off of it now.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a different type of culture that it is now, because at first it was just fun. Now it's just business, or it's just marketing. Now people have to act a certain way, or they do certain things for certain clout that could hurt them or help them. But a lot of times I feel like, for me, it wasn't as important, because it didn't matter to me about the social media thing. And I do it because I have to, because as an artist, you got to market yourself. And that's one thing that I learned, because I was, as an introvert, like I didn't need to be on the internet or the social media, but I had to unlearn those ways to be able to market myself the way that I need to be, to get the audience, so I can flourish doing the artistry. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like the easiest time to be an artist now. You know what I'm saying? You have everything at your fingertips. Just getting to use it.
Yeah. You can do it on your phone.
Putting flyers in your little name thing. You know what I'm saying?
Your own cover art. You can do everything you need to do. So that's why I take advantage of it.
To like early 2000s, you know, trying to be an artist, or 90s artist, you know, just like trying to like make it at like little clubs and somebody notice you, you know what I'm saying, hoping, you know.
But one thing I would say about the music scene back in the day, you really had to either have a catchy song, like a one-hit wonder, or you really had to be good. Like you had to be talented, because think about the West Coast and East Coast back in the day, when like Tupac and Biggie's, like you were big enough for people. Biggie was big enough to have songs played in the West Coast, which back then it was a big deal. That means you were huge. So it was like, now anybody can make any shitty song and everybody can hear it everywhere. So it's like, it's a lot of people who are doing this thing, but you have to kind of just, that's why I only focus on the talent. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter to me how much followers you have, because for me, they come and go, you know what I'm saying? But who really rocks with you?
And sometimes you don't even know if they're real followers, bro. If you've seen like accounts with like fucking 30K followers and shit,
if you're really honest, like because I just saw some shit about Travis Scott, and I know it's shit on Travis Scott Day now because of the whole Astroworld shit. But I think it was his manager on there talking about TikToks and how he was like, what we did was we want to make him a bigger artist than what he was, so we would go on, like we would change, like they would buy like software to kind of boost his streams up. So he kind of just bought kind of his popularity to get him that boost, which is like, I guess it's like kind of like an evil genius way, because it's kind of like a cheat code where it's like, okay, I'm good, I can buy. It's kind of like this.
I can make people listen to me.
So let's say I want to sell cupcakes, right? And let's say I'm legit. I can make these cupcakes, but I have like 117 followers, right? People might be like, I might not fuck with that motherfucker because this could be a scam. This could be not real. But if that same account had 20,000 followers, you might want to spend more. You'll spend your money on that account because it seems like
20,000.
You got 20,000 followers, but he doesn't even that account doesn't need to have 20,000 followers who will buy it. You just have to look at it enough,
pretend like you have 20,000. Right.
Pretend that it looks valid. So then you will go spend money on it, but it could be some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like that's the kind of the catch-22 to social media, because you can actually finesse it to a way where you look bigger than what you are. But I kind of just look at it like, if you're good, you're good. If you're good at what you're doing, then it is what it is. But that's kind of like where we at now, that you can kind of buy your success now. And as an artist, I was just talking to Peace about that. Like as an artist, you're respected on a level where it's like, okay, you got your income or you got your money where you can do shit like that. I guess it's respectable on a life level that you doing this what you want to do and you can have the funds to do it. But as an artist, you like, man, G, like you slip through the cracks, and it's like a lot of people who really working hard doing what they like, struggling to pick up the studio time or whatever the fuck they can, you know what I'm saying, do that shit. So it's you kind of have to fight off that shit too, and not be worried about, especially as an artist, not worried about just how many motherfucking followers you have and shit like that. All I really care about for me is how good the music sounds, because when I put it out, it's going to be out there forever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like them followers, if the internet shut down, then it's not gonna matter. But I could play my songs and I could play, and if you hear it and you fuck with it, then you're always gonna fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I'm focused. That's really what I've only been focused on. I told Equan that too. Like I just want to make sure the music sounds good, man. I just put all my energy and all my personality into making sure that each song that I put out, it means something to people, and you can have a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Not just any type of trendy ass song or anything like that, which is nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come out here and say like fuck them shits or like that. Like no, they have a place. But for me, who I am as a person and what I want to do, I was just make sure that, you know, as my calling, just make sure that I'm just staying true to who I am, and just making sure that this music sounds make timeless music. That's what I really want to shoot for, because I loved that's the goal, man, because I love like Sade and Marvin Gaye, and really when I was growing up I didn't even really listen to a lot of rap.
Do you have any, like, would you say you have any like Chicago rappers that have influenced you, or just any rappers in general that have influenced you other than Earl? So Earl is number one.
Do you like Tyler? I was going to say Tyler. Tyler was, when I was listening to Earl, I was in high school when it came out, and that was kind of like my first introduction of like, oh shit, like it's a different type of music and it's a different type of sound that you can hear, and it's also accepted, because it was at the time it was like you're either a fucking gang member or you just really good at rap, and it was like, I don't know if I'm really good at rap. I'm not no gang member. So it's like, they kind of showed you like, okay, you could be this weird kid and you can kind of figure it out and you can be as dope as you want to do. So Tyler, in terms of his creativity and his artistry,
he's wild. He's one of my favorite artists.
He's easily one of my favorite artists.
What's your favorite album off of him?
Ooh, I like Flower Boy a lot.
Like your top though, like out of all of them.
I'll say his last one that just came out, Call Me If You Get Lost.
That's your favorite one?
I'm gonna have to put that at number one, because I listen to that shit like back to back, like
that shit's fire.
Front to, like I don't skip a track. This shit is deep. And then I'll say Igor.
Yes, bro.
Igor is my second one. And I love
mine's like flip. Mine's Igor, and then it's
Call You Get Lost. I like Call You because the music and how everything, it was like I don't skip a track on it.
Yeah,
I love it.
That call me if you get lost is super nostalgic with DJ Drama.
DJ Drama.
Mm-hmm. That shit's fucking wild.
It's dope as fuck.
Did you catch him at Lala when he was over here?
Man, I've never been to a festival.
You never been to a festival? Damn, bro.
I'm
dude. Honestly,
myself.
I've been to a few shows, but fucking that Tyler, the creator, at Lala, bro. It was probably the hands down best performance I've ever seen in probably my life, honestly, because it's not, he puts on more, and that's what I like about Tyler too. Like, it's more than just like he just goes up there with a mic and starts rapping. It's rapping, like, bro, it's like a fucking, I felt like I was watching fucking theatrical play,
and that's what I'm shooting for.
Like, there was like a whole bunch of props, like boats and shit were coming out, like fucking costume changes, like everything, bro. Like, I was like, this man is a literal artist.
He's an art, and that's who I look up in terms of the influence. I say like my top fly influence is Earl, Tyler, I'll say Cole, I'll say B.I.G., and I'll say Kendrick.
Okay, for sure.
In terms of who influenced me in terms of making the music that I make, because it's just something about how good they are at what they do, and how the sound and their vision is just much different. Like, Earl to me he's my favorite out of like all of them.
Does he still make music?
Yeah, he does.
I don't know. I mean, I was more of like a Tyler. I was more of a Tyler fan.
A lot of people were, especially growing up, because Earl was kind of like.
I feel like he kind of like lived. I mean, I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like he kind of lived in Tyler's shadow for like a little bit when they were like coming up.
Yeah, because he was kind of like, it was Tyler who was the leader, and then Earl was raw. Like, he had the lyrics, but he wasn't. I feel like a lot of people
didn't have like the showbiz type.
Yeah,
of, you know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
So
like,
I think a lot of people he got lost,
like
in
overlooked.
That. Yeah, but I think he kind of, after the Odd Future thing is when I really got into Earl, because he was like, I kind of feel like I grew up with him, because at that time we were teenagers.
Right,
and he grew up alongside of me. Probably like the same age or something that. Crazy, yeah. So
you
it was
like Frank too.
Love Frank.
Yeah, Frank is
love fucking Frank, man. Frank is.
I feel like everyone loves Frank. Like, you can't not love Frank. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know many people who be like, nah, fuck Frank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know many people who be like, Frank ain't.
Yeah,
fuck Frank.
He's raw as hell.
He's raw, and I love the lyrics. Like, I'm really into lyrics and what you're saying and shit like that, because that's how I can relate. Like, I relate to what you say and how you say it, because it's like, a lot of times it's like motherfuckers be talking about the cars and the guns that they have, and it's like, I don't got cars, and I don't got none of that.
I literally cannot relate.
I can't relate to it, and it's like, I'm glad you got your your money and your jewelry, but it's only so much I can listen to it, because it's like, I don't.
I feel that.
I can't really relate to it. And I remember one time, speaking of Travis Scott again, I remember this was years ago, and somebody pissed me off. Nothing offends me more than like somebody singing that I'm trying to do something like someone else. Because I remember I was in Zoomies and I was picking out a lot of like, because one thing that I like, I listen to all kind of genres of music, and one thing I was really into is listening to grunge music.
Okay.
Really into rock music, and I like when I was a kid, I used to always grab a stone and like stone wash my jeans and like make them like rip.
Right.
I used to do that to all my pants. I would be cold as fuck in the wintertime because I just have holes in my pants. But I remember when Travis was coming out, motherfuckers was like, this thing. I was coming in and the motherfucking employee was like, oh, look, this motherfucker trying to be like Travis and shit, trying to be right. And I was like, dude, like, first of all, I don't even listen to Travis. I don't even like that nigga. So it's like, you telling me I'm trying to dress like him is really, I had to defend myself because I'm like, no, dude, like, I like this kind of shit, and it's not like I'm trying to be like anybody else. I've been doing this shit. It's just that he's the most popular, so it's like kind of biting off him. And it's like, no, not at all.
What do you
not at all.
What do you think about that whole Astroworld shit that just went down? What are your thoughts on that?
So, and I want to be fair, and I always try to be fair. And for me, I never really liked Travis because I never really got his thing. I didn't know what his thing was.
I mean, he has a few bangers, I'm not gonna lie, but I was never like, oh, I'm a Travis Scott fan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it was one of the things. Like, I was talking to somebody. He was like, they was talking to me about how Travis is a good artist, and they were talking about how many numbers. Like, he was like, look how many views he got. I'm like, that doesn't make him a good artist. Yeah. But so I was like, with the Astroworld thing, I was listening to it, and I was just realizing like he had a lot of the behavior that he was doing in terms of like raging and getting lit and shit like that. That pattern of behavior kind of led to what happened, and like everybody, you know,
it's not like that wasn't like the first time he was like, yeah, rage.
Exactly, it's not the first time that he's done that, and it's not the first time that, you know, I just never got. I never really felt like he was like a good person to me, and I was just like, but I think for me, you know, when you throw a festival as an artist, you have people die at your show. It's really a fucking bummer. And I'm not the biggest Travis Scott fan, but I feel like for me, that pattern of behavior kind of led to it, and like his fans also, it's like everybody, you know, has to have accountability for what they do. So, you know, his fans were kind of at fault. I kind of fault him and all that shit like that, because it's sad, bro, because like motherfuckers was going there for a good time, and like someone as young as 9 years old died, and it's like
I peeped that. I think the death toll went up to like 10 or 11
people, and it's like you know, for me, it's like it's a responsibility that you kind of feel like you have. And I, as an artist, I'm always artist first, because as a comedian starting out, I always harp on freedom of speech. Like, we should be able to say what the fuck we want to be able to say, because if we take that away, then who else is going to stand up for us? You know what I'm saying? If you taking away all this shit, but it's like, at what point where the show, where you throwing a show where you know that you like, fuck that shit, we like, come on through, fuck security. Right. Like, he's done. There's videos of him doing that.
He got arrested here in Chicago for doing that shit.
Yeah, it's like you can kill somebody doing that, and then it finally happened. And it's like, damn, you can't really blame Travis. And it's like, I mean, you got to get some type of blame, and even the fans do, because at a certain point, because if you got that much power to it, you could go tell the audience like, fuck that shit, break down the barriers. You got enough power to be like, hey, chill out, everybody stop. Like, I remember Tupac, it was a video where Tupac was like, you are so big of an artist, you could literally control the crowd. You could make them say, hey, everybody spin around, and people would spin around. Everybody jump to the left, and people would jump to the left. So that's the kind of influence you have as an artist. So for me, it's like, look, at a certain point, you can be like, hey, let's chill out. Let's probably stop the show. Let's go back and come back
like
another day when we got more security or whatever.
Literally, all he had to say was like, yo, if you guys don't fucking stop, like, I'm not fucking performing. We can't do this anymore. Like, and it's not like it was like, it's not like he was halfway through his show. It was like
the first start, like, people were.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the first few fucking like first 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's really sad, and it really sucks, because everybody's harping on Travis Scott, which I'm not the biggest Travis Scott fan, but it does suck to be able, you know, to be shitted on. Like, fuck Travis, man. Like, fuck that shit. And it's like, I don't want to see a motherfucker go down like that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, this kind of is on you, bro. Like, you've been having this pattern of behavior for a minute now, and it's not the first time that you. Then he like took a photo of somebody who was passed out, like he couldn't survive the rodeo. I'm like, dude, that's kind of shitty, yo. Like, that's just not the best. I wouldn't. You can do what you want. Like, I'm not. I never tell people what you should say or what you shouldn't do. Or I've never. But at the certain, I could be like, I don't fuck with people like that do that shit. So, have you
heard about like how it's been like how there's like all the symbolism and stuff that you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
with the conspiracy about
about and like, it being like evil as hell and shit. And like, I mean, the symbolism is there. I'm not huge into conspiracies, but like when some shit starts like, you know, putting two and two together, it's like, damn, it sounds right. You know what I'm saying?
I go based on conspiracies, because I was really big into conspiracies for a while. I go with what makes sense to me, right? So the conspiracies sound like, I mean, that sounds about right.
Like it makes sense.
But like I said, energy is music is a big factor into our psyches. It really is. So when you have that type of energy where you like, fuck that, let's just do whatever we want to do.
Right.
It can
anarchy type. It's anarchy. What happens.
Yeah, you get that. You get what comes with. If you ask for that kind of demon type of shit, that's what's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, and it's like, you know, so when it comes to the conspiracies, man, it's like, it's probably some truth to it, but at the end of the day, like, the people who lost their families don't give a fuck about conspiracies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, so it's like, I care more about those lives, and just to be able, because our time is borrowed, man. It's not going. We're not we're not going to have all the time in the world. We will. It's an expiration date on everybody's contract, and when it comes up, it's up. Ain't no coming back. Ain't no redo. So it's like, for me, I feel like, you know, the time that we have, we need to utilize it more to be able to spread positivities and do the best. That utilize your time that you have wise. And you know, my heart goes out to them, man, because that you hate to go to a show where you want to have fun and then you die.
That's the last thing on your mind. You know what I'm saying?
It's dying at a show. Yeah.
So,
but I think that's why I haven't been to any fest, because I get scared, because I look at the audience in Lollapalooza. I'm like, how do you niggas move?
Nah, bro, but it's honestly,
it's put together though.
Yeah, honestly, like I've been going to shows since I was like young as hell. Yeah. And obviously when I was young, I was like, yeah, like let's fucking go to the front row, you know, whatever. Like I'm trying to fucking party, mosh pit, all that shit. Yeah, but now, dude, after going to shows for so long, I'm just like, you know what? Let me actually just chill in the back, enjoy the slow music, you know what I'm saying, like whatever. This guy on the other hand, fucking dead center of fucking Playboy Cardi. I don't know how he's fucking still alive.
Still.
How you here?
I don't know. I can't enjoy it if I'm in the back, just seeing other people have fun. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta join in.
I gotta go in there,
bitch, bro.
I don't really go in the front and shit. So
I just don't trust people enough to be just dancing around in the motherfuckers.
Nah, bro,
like,
that shit gets crazy
fun after a while, but then it's like
that shit gets crazy.
It gets crazy after a while, man. And trust me, I've been in a lot of parties where the drill music come on and the drills get to swinging and motherfuckers get to start
crazy.
bumping it. That's when it's fun. But then, you know, when people start passing out, man, it becomes a bummer after a while. It's just like, man, nigga, it ain't worth. Getting lit ain't worth motherfuckers dying over.
Oh no, not at all. It's
just not, man.
But what's in store for you, man? What do you have planned next? Let's end here on a more positive note.
On a positive note, yeah. Let's get to more music, man. I appreciate it.
So you just released your Godly EP. When did that drop? This past October.
October 13th, I think. Yeah.
October 13th for sure. So that shit obviously fire.
Thank you.
For those of you that are watching and haven't heard Patrick's son over here, Godly, straight heat. What do you have next for the future?
So I got a single that we working on dropping out probably next month. But the big project, I'm doing a mixtape.
For sure.
Yeah, and it's called Villain Energy, and it's kind of going to be just the opposite of what Godly was in terms of more spiritual and more vulnerability. This time is more like I'm taking niggas' heads off. You know what I'm saying? I'm really coming for motherfuckers' throats and going back to the roots of the first EP, or just rap and just coming up with just the hardest shit. And I'm really coming. I'm really happy with myself to be able to be as versatile that I am. And again, like I like to show people better than I can tell, because I can sit up here and tell you how good I am.
Right.
How this shit is gonna be fucking fire, but when it comes out and you hear it, then you'll believe it. So I'd rather you know, so that's the biggest thing that I have in store, is just the Villain Energy that's going to come out. It's going to come out. I want to push it early next year around my birthday in February.
But you said you got a single coming out this upcoming month, next month?
Before the year? I'm working on it. I already got the cover art for it. I'm probably going to go back in the stew and just polish it up a bit. But I got singles. I'm probably going to drop at least two. Before 2022. Before it's all said and done, I'm probably going to drop 2 more singles just to have people to get something for the next year, just to introduce the transition into the new music that I have coming out. And I really can't wait. I really can't wait, because Godly was kind of my artistic look on just who I could be as an artist, and you know, making the different sound, like talking about like Before I'm Going, like everybody I talk to like really likes that song, because it's really personal. Like I really got really personal in that song. And even with, you know, even the mess, like Some Other Time, Told You, Before I'm Going, Say It Myself. Like, you just look at that, the tracks to Godly, it's the message, overall message of what Godly means to me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like that. I was really proud of how cohesive everything sounded. All the songs sounded like it should have been together. It was all in sync. And I was really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of myself of this next coming, because I'm not, dude, I tell Equan this all the time. I'm like, man, I have so many songs that's just ready to go, and he's just like, man, he's just waiting. We got a lot of time, and I'm just like, man,
hell yeah,
I want to put it out.
Hell yeah, no, I feel that, man.
I'm so fucking just gun ho. I'm like, nigga, let's just put this shit out right now, nigga. But nah, man, Yeah, really, I'm really just I'm just letting it sink in for a little bit. Yeah, and just I get back to just making the music. So I'll have some new music coming out before for the year ends. I promise you that. But when Villain Energy comes out, man, I really cannot, because I've been substituting different songs and just going in because different songs and that I want to put on the album. Mixtape, yeah.
Right. No, that'll be fire.
I cannot wait, man. I'm so geeked, dude.
Yeah, no, that'll be hella fire.
It's gonna be.
And yeah, no, if you got any upcoming shows or whatever, just let us know, man. Keep us updated on that, because I would love to hit one up for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm really, and I'm getting. Every time I get on stage, it's almost like I'm getting better and better, just being comfortable up
and
there.
And that's the only way to get better, you know.
Exactly.
To keep doing it.
Yeah. You gotta just go up there and just do the shit and just, let it be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, like I said, I'm really happy with where I'm at and the position that I'm in and all the love that I've been getting. It's been, like I said, from the East Side. Like the East Side really has been, showing me much love, and I couldn't ask for more, man. Because like I said, they didn't have to do that, especially coming from where I'm coming from. Like I'm a whole different motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing music, but I finally found like these people who I can really like chill with and be and collab with and just work on different shit, man. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited to be in the position, man, and all the flowers and all the shout outs go to everybody in the team. Shout out to me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to me for making the music.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I just really can't wait for the new projects to come out. But yeah, Golly's still out.
Be on the lookout for that.
Patrick's Son, my first EP, is still out, man. So go check me out, man, because I got way more. I'm not even a year in making music yet.
Right.
And I have so much more. I have so much more in store, man.
I'll be on the lookout for that for sure.
Please do. And I'm gonna say that's it. I'm gonna say.
Hell yeah. Well, around that 2.5 hour mark, definitely was a long ass show.
Wow.
But definitely but good shit. Definitely appreciate you coming on,
dude. Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to have you on again.
I would be
when the new music drops.
Yes, I was definitely.
We gotta have to let that we gotta let that simmer, let that resonate with us a little bit.
Yes.
But I appreciate it. Where can they find you again? One last time.
Yes, Patrick's Son Instagram, Patrick's Son on Twitter, Patrick's Son on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you stream your music, man. Just Patrick's Son, man.
And it's spelled the same way, right?
Yeah, PatrickSun. The IG name is 2 Ks after Patrick. And yeah, man.
Just like that.
Go follow me, man. That's where I got all my updates there. Yeah, and I just can't fucking wait to be back and have more music for you. I just can't wait, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Man, thank you guys for having me, man.
That was raw as hell. Appreciate it, Dio.
Yeah, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in again.
Thank you guys.
And catch you guys next week.
Catch you next week. We'll we forgot to do the giveaway. We'll do it next week.
We'll do giveaway next week.
We'll do a giveaway next week, but appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Until next time.
Until next time, man. Thank you.